Instagram.
Fuck that goddamn thing, Instagram.
What's that? What was that, Tritz?
You said I miss a lot being on Instagram.
Oh.
I can't wait to hang with Caribou, get my head straight. Wait, I can't wait to hang with Caribou, get my head straight. Wait, I can't wait. Think this is time to.
But yeah, I love that.
All right. Good morning, everyone. How the hell is everyone doing today on this fine Sunday morning? Bees, you look all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed first thing, mostly just because I can see the glare off your glasses. But we'll start with you. How are you doing today, brother?
Man, I'm so good. I'm surprised I woke up on time. I fucking made some can of sugar thanks to Paula. I'm sure lots of people did because fucking A.
Yeah.
It's so easy and it's fucking. So I'm enjoying some coffee. Fucking got some dabs. I got some Tropicana Kush. I'm fucking ready.
Sounds badass. Speaking of dabs, DP's already fucking hitting him hard, looking like he's coughing and choking and dying and all that shit. DP, how the hell are you doing, brother?
Oh, good, man. Cheers, everybody. I'm glad I get to kick it with you guys and not be busy at work and have to get up and mess with customers and all that stuff. So I'm glad to be here this morning. Cheers to Nkb. Heard he's in a bad position right now. So yeah, prayers out to him.
Have you heard from him recently? I haven't heard from him since a couple days ago.
Yeah, so I'm hoping for the best and everything. And this one's for you, bud. Love you, bud.
Yeah, I was just going to tail off the side that you said is I haven't heard from him either. So I'm hoping the best for him. So.
Yeah, last I heard is I sent him a message last night and I haven't heard back, but it was a nighttime message. The guy could still be sleeping.
He always posts in the morning too, man. He didn't post this morning. I don't think he might have posted yesterday, but he has not posted this morning.
All right. Well, B, if you're listening, man, we all love you. We're thinking about you. Sending positive energy your way. Yeah. It's always a bummer to talk about the sadder things first thing in the morning like that. But fortunately, that's life sometimes.
Yeah. On the other hand,
brother?
What are you smoking? How does that make you feel?
Ooh, that's a good one. We could talk about that. That makes people smile. Right now I've got a mixture of Gorilla Skittles and Budbuster crystals that I'm mixing together and throwing those in the Dynavap and taking those to the head. So that's what I've got going on.
I'm rolling up some Blue Hindu from Moscow Seeds. Supposed to be pretty good. We'll find out.
Caribou, I see lots of pictures of your stuff on Cannabis lately, man. There's one guy he's got quite a few of your things going.
Yeah, you're probably talking about LI Cannabros.
It's like your brother's New York or something.
Yeah, that's Li Canabros, New York. That's just one of those random guys about like at the near the beginning of the year, just hey man, like I hear you're offering testers out. And he was one of those guys that took me 6 months or so for me to get him some beans. And he was just the whole time like, hey man, just free beans is free beans. It's, if they get here sort of thing. And then the last couple of weeks, it's every time I go on Instagram or Cannabis, this dude's throwing up pictures of my beans. He's got the Spider Girl 1 and 2 looking real good. He's got some White Widow Afghani. I'm not sure which pheno it is that he's got on the go, but he said he'll get back to me with that info. It's like you hear when you get into the new breeder kind of thing and hype, you probably seen this as well. Like you send your beans out to friends to test them for you and everything. And they're all real thankful. Thanks for the beans and stuff. But you never actually see the pictures and stuff come back your way. So you can actually see what's going on, what they look like. And you might even hear it. Yeah, that was really good stuff. But you never get to see it. And now this guy's posting up constantly. So Li Canabros, New York, man, thank you for letting us see what it is I've got going on there. And he's one of those guys that, because he's always posting up pictures, I can actually see this guy's never going to have to pay for beans for me as long as he's willing to post up and show me what's going on. He'll always be one of those main testers. That's new batch of shit coming out. Here you go, bro. Because you're right there. You're waving the flag for me. And I appreciate that. Same with 311, screaming my name with that White Widow Afghani cross that he's been growing. Just 311 will fucking same thing. Every time there's a new batch of seeds coming on, here you go. Try them out. Let me know what you think, brother.
Yeah, when I tell people about that cross, that's one that always dings people's ears, you know. Who,
oh yeah, that LL Canabros is great.
Yeah, I got 2 years
over the last year. I set up a couple packs of Candy Code, a couple other things. I hate the cell phone. I can't tell you tried to talk. But no, that LL Canabros, man, he's been linking out my shit constantly for I want to say like 6 months now, and turning other people onto it, getting other people posted on it too. Yeah, I don't see him having.
Who was that? I didn't hear who you said was doing that for you there, Hype. He's got the weirdest delay.
LL Canabros, New York. Same one who Caribou was just shouting out.
Gotcha. Yeah, that dude's been putting out some just fire pictures of some plants that he's been growing and everything. It seems that he's been putting up, and really, really good work.
Yeah, the dude's got some skills, man. It's you know, it's like it's not meant to be looking down at people, but it's like, you know, when you just an unknown grower, you're just almost like, okay, here's some beans and just we'll see, right? And kind of like I said, you kind of half expect to never see them again in picture or anything like that. And then it's just like, it's a head turner. You just see like, wow, this guy's got some fucking skills. Like it doesn't matter what he's growing.
You're talking about me, man. Because that fucking happened to me on Cannabis, and I'm not gonna fucking name who it is because I am going to fucking grow those seeds. But same shit happened. Someone sent me seeds like, hey man, will you grow these for me? Put them on Cannabis or fucking whatever. And I was like, absolutely, I'm fucking honored. And then fucking life changes. And I'm just like, fuck, I'm so sorry. I haven't, you know, I'll get there.
Yeah, it's a little different though. Bees is for you know, like a change in life circumstances.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm putting it out there. If you're watching, you know who you are. Fucking, I'm sorry. I'll get there.
Dude, when you lose your growing area, no one can expect you to grow. It's not your fault. No one's out to lose their grow area. You know what I'm saying? It just fucking happens.
Oh man, I think about like how far back that set me back, about 6 months or more in my growing. Earlier this year is losing my spot. I think if I was able to maintain my growing the whole time, think of how much farther my breeding program could be right now, because all that got shut down just as I was getting in good with all you guys and starting to meet people and getting new genetics and learning a trick or two about this or that. And now it's just And then as I'm acquiring all these fucking extra fire genetics, it's just like I'm sitting there with no place to grow yet, but you got this stack of genetics freaking piling up that you want to go out there and play with. And it's I don't know, it feels good. That smaller tent that I got in bloom right now, I went in there and I trimmed the shit, just did a mass defoliation on there to let as much light in as possible. And just before the lights went off last night, I looked in there just to see how you do and see how hard everything's pouting. Everything's just standing tall, fucking praying for me. I was just like, yes, it's just, oh man, it's just a great feeling. I really wish I could keep that tent where it is as just a constant bloom chamber, because just the climate control in there, we're talking about AC Infinity. So all my AC Infinities are in Fahrenheit right now. And on the high end of the temperature, that thing gets to about 78 degrees. It's about as high as it ever gets. On the low end, it gets to about 70. Right. So you don't have massive temperature swings. You know, it's like anytime you put your hand on a stalk of the plant, it's warm, right? It doesn't have a chill to it, even if it's lights out. I think everything in there's going to be happy. Now, when we flip them into bloom in a couple weeks and put them in a different tent, the temperature swings anywhere from about 78, 80 degrees to like 60, 63 and around there, because it's in our bedroom. We've always got the window open with an air conditioner and shit like that, because you got the fucking baluster drivers from the LEDs that are enough to fucking heat that room up, right? You got two Canon drivers. Those things get fucking hot when they're maxed out. Like, you don't want to be putting your hand on those. They'll heat you up pretty good. So it's just, you know, that temperature swing, things not
Now,
quite as happy.
So I can't help but think every time I look at your pictures now, Caribou, that they're of the pile of fucking fungus gnats directly below your light from fucking Fluffy's story. I'm always fucking
constant dead fungus gnats in there.
Yeah, this little.
You know what, Bees? At least he's growing something, all right? So fuck you.
Poof, like, you know, just fucking like flying into an invisible laser of fucking just poof and vaporize and fucking drop.
I think that was the nicest thing Prophet ever said about me right there. Thanks, Prophet.
And yeah, I hear you, Prophet.
No, that's actually funny. Who, me?
Yeah, well, sure. You talked.
I don't know. I got stuff's going on. It's good. I'm super stoked, man. I've got 4 of those. I guess tentatively right now we're kind of calling it a Black Forest cake until we figure out if somebody really does have that name locked down or not. But super excited about that. That one was made by Rosin Man. I got 2 fucking Caribou's Super Silver Haze going right now. That I love the structure of it. It reminds me of my old Purple Kush, that structure and the way it grows. So it's got me real excited. It's got me a little nostalgic on the way those plants, you know, grow and the way I get to play with them and stuff. Because they're kind of a bitch to grow. You know, they grow super tight and fucking compact. They want to stay on top of each other. And it's a process the whole time out to get that damn plant, you know, the way you want it to. But when you do, they're just gorgeous, man. They hold their structure so well, you know, once they're formed out. So I'm super excited about that. And I love a fucking haze. So
yeah, I want to know if it actually has that haze flavor.
Oh, I'll let you know. Trust me.
You better let me know.
I gotta say, Fluffy, after you transplanted, everything was so aesthetically pleasing to the eye.
So much better, isn't it? Yeah, man. I was so happy to clean that up. Yeah. I kind of want to even just rearrange the plants just so aesthetically it looks better, but I know I've got them set in a better spot to grow right now. Like the growing situation's better than the aesthetics are, but it does look a lot better, especially now with those all of them, you know, they're sitting in 15-gallon pots now. So you know the cover crop's starting to come in also, so it's going to look a little more natural inside that tent here in a couple more, you know, in a week, 2 weeks, it's going to look real nice in there. So I'm super stoked. I love this part of the grow when everything really starts fucking kicking into gear.
Yeah, man. It's like you moved this fucking space shuttle to the fucking launch pad, man.
Yeah, exactly. I was sad though. I did have to pull one male out of that 15-gallon pot. I thought for sure I had females, but I did have to pull one male out of a pot. But one of those one of those Black Forest cakes are going to go in, or is already in that pot to cover that spot for that male. But I was super excited. The structure on that thing was great. Like everything was so good on that male. And I just don't need a male right now. Otherwise I would have kept it because I got some use for that shit. So yeah, next time.
There's always a next time with that. There's yeah, we'll have plenty of male beans running around that I'm sure you'll have fun with.
Oh yeah, and I've got so much going on right now. I'm gonna try to like 4-way pollinate that Hawaiian, and I've already got like 2 different pollens. I've got 2 more coming my way. It sounds like so. We're gonna hit that thing 4 ways. So I'm not, I don't need to be playing around with a bunch of other stuff right now. I got my own projects.
Do you call that a luau?
Oh yeah. She's getting down and dirty. I don't know. She's turning into a slut on me.
Are you gonna end up fucking rolling her in a blanket and burying her in the ground?
Possibly.
Once she brings you seeds, of course.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping actually if I'm gonna try to do it real nice and easy. I'm gonna cover buds, spray things down, and I'm actually only gonna try to pollinate like a little bit of it and keep most of it actually fairly as seed free as possible, because it is a big plant.
You mentioned having like 4 different kinds of pollens. Are you going to hit it like one at a time, 4 different goes kind of thing? Or are you going to try and pollinate it 4 at once?
I am going to fuck around and try to do it 4 at once. I'm going to do.
You got to gangbang that thing.
Yeah, I'm going to do the 4 corners of the tent, and just like a branch of it, one big bud. I'm going to focus, and then I'm gonna do my best. I know I'm gonna cross pollinate the fucking middle of the plant, everything else, and probably even branches I did, but it should be fairly good. And I'm just curious to see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna send a bunch of free seeds out to you guys. That's gonna have a little bit of my Hawaiian lineage in it, and it'll be fun. Right?
That thing was nice. Everybody who tried it when you gifted me some, man, absolutely loved it.
Yay.
Hey, Fluff.
Great at it. Morning smokes.
For your pollination, your multiple pollination, are you able to take your plants out of the tent when you actually want to play with the pollen with them? Because if you can, that's always an option. Just take a paintbrush into the bag and then just pollinate that, your one branch on that plant, just paint it, let it set out for about 10-15 minutes, and then super fine mist it, and then stick it back in your tent, and then pull out your next plant and do that. It's not going to 100% prevent your cross pollination, but it's going to severely cut it back.
It's all one plant, right?
Yeah, it's all one plant. It's we got a big guy scrogged out with 3x3, and actually the branches that I'm pollinating are all on the outside of the scrog, so everything can actually get pulled away real nice, separated out, bags covered over them and everything, but I can't really get it out of the tent right now. So the middle, I'm planning on some cross pollination. Just shit's gonna happen. They're gonna be just general seeds, but those specific arms, I just want to be able to pull those seeds and say, yes, I know this came from so and so. The middle will just be fun stock to go through, to give out for free to Johnny Appleseed if I want, and to keep some by that, I can pull my Hawaiian lineage back out of it, later when should something happen that I can't or that I lose it or something. So,
you mind if I make a suggestion? If it's already kind of strapped into your tent there, if you're going to do kind of a 4 corners, one in each corner thing, bag off your other 3 corners first, so that when you are in there, that you're not just going to get a little bit of dust. Like I said, it seems like you don't really care too much about the middle. You're kind of accepted that is going to be a thing. But if you bag off your other 3 corners first, then because there is just going to be a little bit of dust, you see that just a little bit of flit, it's all you need to get elsewhere. So it's just, and then in between every pollination, just get your spray bottle, and it'll help wipe out any pollen that did kind of get elsewhere, and minimize on all that shit. Because I like this idea of what you're doing. It's in one aspect, it's a bit of a pain in the ass and a headache because you're trying to separate and do everything. But there's the technical fucking, can I get in there? Can I do this? Can I make it work successfully? You know, I like it. I like where you're going with the fluff. So now my
Yeah.
next question is, are you able to tell us what the 4 pollens that you're going to play with are? Or are you still kind of up
Yeah.
in the air?
Well, maybe. So I'll just get a quick on the technical side, right? I actually plan on actually spraying the whole plant besides that one corner, then bagging it, and then, you know, pollinating, and then actually, you know, kind of spraying everything down again after that. So yeah, I've definitely thought of how I'm going to keep the pollination down when it comes to that. So you're right on track. I've been talking to a lot of people to figure that one out, and yeah, that's exactly where I'm going. And as for the pollen, actually, I am gonna hit it with some Alaskan Thunderfuck. I had a really cool fucking male that had a great structure, and if I can get a nice cross between it and the Hawaiian, man, it's just gonna make like indoors, it should make like 4 foot long fucking buds just from fucking, you know, tip to spear, man. The way that thing grew was amazing.
Dude, if you
And
end up
then-
with like 3-foot donkey dick colas, can you name it like Hawaiian Thunder fucked? So as you just got fucked by the Hawaiian Thunder?
I was trying to figure out how to like call it like We're Still America or something like that, you know, because it's like the bastard childs of America. It's Alaska and Hawaii. So I was like, you got to smash those fucking two together and see what the fuck happens. And we'll figure out some kind of fucked up name for it because it sounds funny, right?
It does. Sounds great.
And then,
Be a cool project, I think. I'm excited to see what you do with it all, man. And
Yeah.
I like being a little bit more thoughtful about this go around than your last breeding project you were trying.
the last breeding project was like, ooh, I just popped up with 4 males and a female, and I didn't even get to try this strain. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw pollen on it and see what happens.
Yeah, watching that transition, that's so cool. Just watching like your thirst for the knowledge and just learning new shit, you know, it's pretty. With those genetics, I'm sure something amazing is going to come out.
So
I
tell
hope
me
so.
why you can't wet the pollen.
Well, the moisture deactivates the pollen. So, you know, if it's too humid, if it's too moist and everything, you just won't get a successful pollination because it kills the pollen. That's actually, you know, after you pollinate a room, you want to try to like keep things down. All you got to do is just mist the whole fucking area with water, make sure everything's wet down, and that deactivates that pollen. So
the female can't be moist while pollinating. This is very odd. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little different with plants.
yeah, it's counterintuitive with plants for sure. But so then we're gonna hit it with some actually of that same pollen that DP was talking about with my little last run. I had some fairly innocuous males that just they had nice growth to them. They just had kind of a mess smell. So that is definite, like just lineage stock, right? So they will be really easy to see the Hawaiian compared to that plant. They grow so much differently. So I'll be able to just, you know, pull my Hawaiian stock back out of that, find my phenos. So that one's just pretty much for the preservation of my plant. And then Hype had actually talked about sending out some Hashingot pollen. So I think I'm going to hit it with some feminized auto Hashingot pollen and see if I can actually make it a little bit faster flowering, you know, throw a little heavier CBD in it. And I don't know, it's just, I'm curious to see what that's going to do. And that'll be a feminized seed. So, you know, that'll be kind of fucking cool. You know, they'll just be feminized ones going out. And then actually Rosamund had talked about sending me out some from that same male that I'm super excited about. So and I would like to throw a cherry flavor and a little more structure to my plant. And from what I've seen that male has, I think it would be a perfect fit. So those are the 4 strains that I'd really like to hit it, or that I'm gonna try to hit it with, hopefully, and make everything cool, and then send it out to everybody and see what they think.
Don't worry, I'll do your prod fluff. It'll be the best garbage in town.
I appreciate it. I can't wait to see the kind of mid you can pull out of it.
It's good. It's gonna be.
I want to do it. I
brickweed.
want to see.
It's gonna grow as brickweed itself. Like it's gonna come out as a
I
fucking
need you to
brick in a
send that to some
compactor.
of the other local panel members.
Do what now? Sorry, I missed you.
Fluff, I need you to send some out to the other local panel members that can do the photo periods. Because we've got those 2 other local guys that I'm pretty sure that if they grew it, I could get them to trade with me.
Absolutely. We're definitely going to get you taken care of there, bud. But yeah, but I also want to send one to Profit because I know what my Hawaiian will do outdoors, and I want to see him grow one over his fence, just big, giant, obnoxious, like what the fuck did I get myself into plant. So I want to set him up with one of those for next summer. So, and I know it
awesome.
can do it.
And I'll be an asshole. I'll start that thing a month, 2 months indoors in veg, and then I'll plant that motherfucker in the ground, and then I'll have to fight keeping it from going up. But that'd be easy enough, dude. I'll just tie that thing across the whole entire yard. I don't give a fuck.
Got to worry about his
Man,
dog.
If
My
everything
dog.
comes-
Yeah.
If everything comes out the way it should, I'll be happy to see you. How fucking hard you're gonna be pulling your hair out to keep that thing indoors for about 2 months. Because it fucking grows, dude. I mean, it's one of my most obnoxious plants. I mean, it's why I keep it around. I can fill a tent and just get fucking dank ass weight every time. And I can do it quickly. So
Maybe I'll just do a month grow before I put it outside then.
it would be a good idea. I mean, and especially outdoors, man, it goes nuts.
So you're telling me I'm gonna be topping the shit out of this thing? You muted.
You will do something. You'll either
Yeah.
talk
You
or
will. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, yeah, it's definitely one of those that it's crazy.
I can't wait. Now I'm excited. Hurry up. Winter gets done. Yeah.
Hey, I gotta get some successful pollinations first, but when that happens.
Well, I'll tell you what, once you do your first outdoor grow and you sit there and you're like, fuck, I'm in an area where I can't do it till like next year. It's kind of aggravating because I had so much fun with it. Granted, it's annoying cutting it all down, but just walking out into my yard, seeing it fucking grow, just made me feel better about being out in my fucking yard. Even when I had to mow the motherfucker, I'm going around my plants and shit, and I'm just like, don't mow this one. And then at one point in time, you're mowing and you're like, I don't have to worry about it because now it's like a fucking bush and I'm not going to be able to mow it over. And then all of a sudden it's a fucking almost a tree. And like, you're literally mowing around the fucking shit and all this other stuff. Oh yeah, it was great. But right now,
like having a yard left when he was done. I don't think he could over at the straight forest. That was awesome.
He went a little farther than I did. That's for damn sure. He got me anxious. I did one, and then I'm like, oh, what's another one? Well, what's another one? You know what? I'm not going to be able to put these into flower for another 2 months. I might as well just put them outside, fucking see what happens, you know? I'm so glad I did that.
Indoor people go outdoor and stuff like that. I'm excited to do my first outdoor grow because you just see the difference in the growth, and it's just like, wow, you know, that's so
lack of feeding that I had to do to that thing was amazing. Like all I did was go out there with my hose, shoot it, all the plants, and then fucking walk away. And then I really didn't have to do anything. It was only me adding, when it started going to the flower, I decided to add nutrients.
Now, when you refer to your hose, is that like your watering hose?
My fire hose, man. Thing I got to throw on my shoulder. You need 3 men to make sure I don't get blown away with.
He's talking about his wife.
Yeah.
Wife's a girlfriend, or y'all recruiting somebody new?
I told you I needed a team to hold on to this hose, man. Hello, Green Goddess. You stepped in at the perfect time.
I totally slept in. This is like my first coffee. I'm like half asleep.
Well, welcome to the Wake and Bake. That's usually how we do this.
So, because we
usually it's
6 a.m. on the West Coast. It is early.
Yeah,
These guys have it rougher than I do.
Fucking coming in late, you know.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I forgot this thing called an alarm on my phone. He fucking actually last night said it to actually be here today with us.
Yep.
So, I mean,
Hey,
we should
no,
all
but
just
what-
fucking give DP a little bit of a hand for being awake on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, the round of applause.
I mean, I'm just hanging out with you guys. You know what I mean? I'm always at work, fucking being interrupted and shit. So this is my uninterrupted time with, you know, my can of fam.
Hey man, don't feel bad. I woke up this morning being like, "Oh fuck, it's Sunday." Shit.
When I woke up at 3:30, like shit, man, I gotta get up in a couple hours, go walk the dogs before the show. Better take a couple dabs, put me back to sleep.
You have dogs?
He's babysitting,
Oh,
dog sitting.
okay. That's right.
If
Mel
I
makes-
have
Mel makes
friends
sense.
watching, paid me in weed,
Doggy love.
and I don't even want to use that shit in the edibles. I think we got like, I don't know what the fuck. Did they buy like the Delta 8 shit from the store I work at or something? Like, whoa. So,
He said, "Doggy love."
gotta
Hey,
have talk and help them find some better stuff. Holy shit.
Hey, I was going to give a little bit of a funny. We all laugh about, you know, because I'm terrible in the kitchen, right? So I'm making these new style gummies. I made fucking sugar successfully. Fantastic. Strong as fuck. Paula, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
Yay,
The sugar is
Paula.
badass. So we tried to make some of these new style gummies, right? Because we're like, ooh, options. We have options now. We don't just, you know. I don't know how I've managed to make a gummy like melt slowly. They're slowly just melting for some reason. I don't know why.
Not enough
I
gelatin.
think, I don't know. So we used like lime juice, straight up lime juice,
Okay.
this can of sugar, yada, yada, yada. And then we rolled it in some sugar and I put it on a tray. And as I opened it, they were set, right? They were all set, dry, good when I rolled them in the sugar. And then I put them in the fridge. I was like, we'll let them sit a little longer. That sugar will crust up. It'll be cool. And they all started fucking melting, like literally melting. Like it's just sweating all of the liquid out of the gummy and getting smaller and smaller. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I did. I think it's because I think it's something to do with the lime and the metal tray that I put it on. I'm not 100% certain.
I always
But
use
they're-
lime juice. I've always used 100% lime juice or lemon juice or whatever. I don't think that's your problem. This new adding can of sugar to the Jello mix, that's a new process of that. I haven't tried yet, but that might be the problem. Maybe you're not having enough
I
gelatin.
made 2 batches and one didn't separate and one did.
Oh,
Right. So one set is fucking sweating out everything and melting, and the other set isn't. Right. It's funny as shit. I'm like a fucking disaster in
But
the
the
kitchen.
trays
It
are
makes me
different?
laugh. Yeah. So I left some of them in the silicone trays and didn't touch them. And then the other ones, right, I coated in sugar and then I set them on that fucking metal tray. And I think that's actually what's doing it. I think it's
the
just a
sugar, dude.
reaction.
It's got to be the sugar. It's got to be the fucking sugar and the
Nope, because that I had a plate of sugar and some of the overpour from.
did you
the
use
one-
anything for an emulsifier?
Hey, would you listen?
I'm
Okay.
trying.
Go
I'm
ahead.
just
Explain
trying
one
to.
thing. Well,
Okay.
no, I don't need an emulsifier because I'm not putting oil in it.
You want it with the sugar?
Doesn't matter. Go
No.
on.
Nope.
Go ahead.
Um,
Go ahead there.
So some of actually there
Nope.
was enough of one gummy that was on the plate of sugar that sat there just on top of the sugar of the gummy that never separated, and it didn't do anything. It just sat there in the sugar, like
Did you
hanging
put that
out.
in the
It's
fridge?
just fine. No, I didn't put that in the fridge.
Maybe that's your problem, dude. Get them out of the fucking fridge. Let them
No,
dry out.
no, because the ones in the
That's
fridge.
not the
are-
problem, all right?
Yeah, but you left those in
No,
the
it
mold.
was
How do you
the
know they're not-
weird metal tray, dude. I don't
How
know
do you
why.
know they're
it
not?
was-
How do you know the ones in the tray aren't melty?
Because he knows.
because I am looking at them.
Oh, like you took them out of the mold now.
No, man. What he's saying that melty is like what they're separating, correct? The oil
No,
is
I know what he's
separating.
saying, but those are the ones that he dusted with the sugar. But he left some in the mold, in the silicone mold. So those are the ones I'm asking about. Like those,
Those are
aren't.
fine.
Yeah,
Nope,
okay.
they're not melty at all. Perfectly
Well,
fine and dry.
It
And
has to be. It has to be the sugar and the fridge. You're right. It's the fucking tray. You fucked up.
the tray.
You
Yeah,
fucked
it's
up,
fucking
Huffy.
weird. It's weird. I never knew that was a possibility, but it is now.
It does make sense, like whenever I cook, it's like when you cook cookies on that certain kind of fucking sheet pan, they always just fucking come out black on the bottom, and you're like, what the fuck? Or maybe that's just me because I suck ass at making cookies.
Well, there is a timing thing that you need to use when baking cookies, I hear. And if you wait too long, the bottoms do get burnt.
Dude,
But I mean,
not even that. Like the
No.
Paula's in live chat. Why don't you ask her? Be like, Fluff, she knows your problem. Be like, hey, Paula, any ideas?
No, I think he's right about the tray because
Don't ever say he's right.
because no, he's right. When you cook things on certain trays, it does cook differently. Yeah, you're totally right on that.
It's like heat
That is
distribution.
true. That's why I got like
Yeah, it's
20
just something
fucking
weird.
cooking sheets.
That's why they always use glass, man. All the bakers
Yeah.
always use glass. They don't use metal.
So Fluffy,
Well,
you're
yeah,
gonna
I
have to
took-
try it again and with a different pan, obviously.
Well, so I have one run that's perfectly fine. It's great. They just taste like shit because it's just new gummies we're trying. It's a recipe in progress. So they taste like shit. I tried to do like a black cherry cran apple like type or cranberry. It sounded good in my head.
That does sound delicious.
Not so good in the gummy. Lacks a
bummer.
lot of flavor.
What
Yeah.
milligram did they end up being?
If I did my math right, they're like 76 milligrams of gummy.
Nice.
Yeah, so they're fucking, and yeah, I took one last night and I only took one, so they are definitely fucking potent.
Paula says it was the metal cookie sheet. You dumb fuck.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't say that part.
I kind of figured it out after a process of elimination, but right, I didn't know that was a thing. I never knew it was like, it's weird.
Now we know, because I would have done the
Yeah.
same thing probably with the metal tray. I have been wanting to get like a bigger, one of those like baking silicone sheets. I'm talking about.
Oh, is this?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
you didn't mold yours. You laid it out on a pan to get cold, and then what? Cut them in squares. No.
No,
Man,
he used
I'm
the
only
mold.
catching.
So he made.
So the
two
pan he
trays.
started making the shit in was fucked up.
Yeah, right.
Well,
So
not the proper pan that he poured it in. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
catching up.
Yeah. So he made the gummies. He dusted some in the can of sugar. He put
Yeah.
those on a metal cookie tray in the fridge.
Yeah.
Those melted.
Oh, see, I
The
like it when
other
Bees
ones that
explains
he
it.
didn't Are good to go. Everything's
All
cool.
right. Yeah, I didn't know you needed the whole like time lapse. So yeah, made them silicone, poured them in, right? Cooled off in the fridge. They came out solid. Rolled them in sugar and everything. I was like, ooh, look at those. Well, I had to put them somewhere. So the metal tray that I used to keep my silicone molds on so that they don't get all floppy in my fridge on shit, I just set them on top of that because I was unawares that there was some form of ability to make a reaction there. So yeah, it started melting my gummies because they were on that metal tray. Apparently, that's funny. I didn't know it could happen.
So
That's
you
there's
ate
your order
one
of
gummy
events,
last night,
Prophet.
is what you're saying.
Well, I like the way B said it better.
So how big was this one gummy that you ate? I mean, if they all melted,
It
into
wasn't.
just,
It
like,
wasn't.
half
It
fucking
just started.
pecan.
It just started leaking. Like it just started leaking sugar water into the corner of the pan. It wouldn't re-solidify or anything. So like I was, you'd have to
Drink
drink
it?
it or something. No, I didn't do that. It tasted like
Oh,
metal.
fuck.
I did. I
Oh.
swirled my finger in it. Like,
You say
yeah,
it tasted like metal?
yeah, it tastes like
Just
fucking
drink
metal.
it, man. My tap
Tomato
water
is
tastes like
probably
metal. I'm doing great.
Yeah, yeah, we all know you're doing fantastic, Prophet. That's probably the exact reason that you're half the man you should be.
That could be true. Now I'm contemplating it.
You gotta watch out for that fucking water that tastes like pennies.
Well, that's a shame, Fluffy, because those looked really delicious. With the sugar on them anyway, I must say. Well, Green Goddess, welcome. What you woke up late? You're here now?
Yeah, I'm like half asleep still. So don't mind me.
That's about all of us.
I think I need another coffee, actually. I'll be back.
Right on. Driz, what's up, man? You look like you're in a good mood this morning.
Yeah, I'm just laughing so hard at the whole thing, It's a good day. But yeah, everything's been going really good.
How's that fucking Franklin's Tower?
It they're not the tallest of the plants. The Hayes is actually the tallest of the plants. That Zach Hayes, the Pure Love. Man, those are tall. I think the one in the back might be a male. If it is, I'm going to keep it. I'll get the pollen off of it, save it. But hopefully, all the rest look like they're going to be females. But like the Lady Marmalade and the Franklin's Tower, they're probably 2.5 feet tall. But those other ones, they're like 3.5 feet tall already, and they're like, come on, man, when are you gonna flip me? But I would try to wait for the rest of them to catch up. The one behind me, there's a Franklin's Tower. They're doing really good. They look beautiful, and they're gonna have a bunch of buds on them, but they're just not the tallest plants.
What's the Franklin's Tower again? Isn't that from Irie? What's the genetic?
Yeah, it's an Irie. It's a lemon. It's not the lemon Jeffrey, but the other lemon that he has, and he mixed it with Arise.
Oh yeah, that sounds really nice.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really nice. I was really happy to get him. I got them all from Papa Z. He shot me some that he won off. He got an auction that had like 10 different packs in it, and he shot me some from it. And I was like, damn, thanks, dude. So I'm running them all,
I'm excited to see what happens. Those hazes sound nice too. They're probably gonna stretch like a motherfucker when you hit that flip, huh?
Yeah, I hope they'll double in size. If they do, that'd be great.
Are you tying them down? Or are you just going Christmas tree structure? What you gonna do?
No, they're already topped and everything. It's they're gonna grow like that. They're just gonna get taller from where they're at now.
Yeah.
Hopefully it should have about 8 main colas and a whole bunch of little ones, coming up from underneath.
Do you try to like for me with the Canon, I try to, since I'm doing different strains at a time and I have that different height, do you raise your pots up underneath them and stuff like that to try to get them, or do you just leave them?
I have they sit on it's a plastic shelf type thing.
Right.
And I had 2 of them put them together, and it fit really good in that 3x3. And so it's only probably, I'd say 2 inches tall, but it has all the slats in it, so the water drips through onto the thing on the bottom. So I'm good. They're not sitting in the water, But yeah, so it's that. And the pots are so tall, and then, you get the plant, but I'm going to be doing living soil after this. I'm going to take a few months off because I got enough backstock that I can just, hey, I'm good for a while. And, I'm going to take a transition over to living soil.
Oh yeah. Are you going to make the mix yourself, or are you going to do like build a soil mix?
That's what I'm really going to build the soil mix and, that kind of stuff. It's supposed to be a Coots mix. It's cheap enough. It'll do what I need it to do. Just to try it out.
Yeah, I think after we had talked to you, they figured out that was kind of going to be your easiest and best entry level into that, was to just go ahead and get that mix from Build a Soil. Let them, and then you can amend and play with it from that point if you're comfortable, if you like it and everything else. So I'm excited to see what you do with it.
I'm really excited to see the transition for you. That'd be really nice. I'm excited to see the terp profiles change and all that. And
that's what I'm hoping for mainly, is the big terp profile, because I notice everyone that I get from people that are doing living soil have much better terps than what I'm getting out of the regular soil.
Now, aren't you playing around with a little bit of the Nectar for the Gods line right now?
Yes, I am.
Are you noticing heavier terp profiles currently with just what you're doing with that than what you were using before?
Oh yeah, it's got a better terp profile than Fox Farms for sure. I don't have any. The Nectar of the Gods, that one, it was probably the first time I harvested it was like July. So I've got a few months before I open the jars up to get that good cure scent, but just going in, they had a little bit more of a smell than the ones from the Fox Farms. Fox Farms didn't have like hardly any smell after they dried out. They were smelly in the tent, but once I cut them down and they dried out, they didn't have hardly any, scent to them at all. Put them into jars though. Like I said, man, I opened that shredder up after 6 months, man, opened that up, and man, that rotten blueberry hit me in the face. It was like, holy shit.
Yay, jar tech.
Yeah.
Yes, they're
Jar tech all the
definitely
way.
not the future. No, actually, I'm a little happy. I'm hoping that when you do that living soil, that maybe you throw a seed or two that I got to do. I just popped to one of the seeds that I gave you. We were both kind of excited about that one, and it's looking great right now, actually. So I'm excited for that one.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be running that some of that in my first grow. I got to run some of that, some of the Lime River Rose, because the old lady loves the shit out of that. And I've got some Slurricane I might get a couple out of, that sort of thing.
Dope lineup right there.
Yeah, hell yeah. My whole neighborhood reeks right now, and it's my fault. Like, I can smell my house from a block away because I'm massacring plants. And it's like my boy walked up and he was like, dude, I could smell fucking cannabis fucking top of the street. And I'm like getting close to your house, and I realized it's you. And I was like, oh shit. What do you got there, Fluff? He's gonna whip it out, not tell us.
That's just that little F2 that I sent Dritz, man. I mean, they're just growing gorgeously. I mean, the structure on it's fucking beautiful. It's praying like a motherfucker. It's happy, nice serrated leaves. And this isn't my project. This was just, an F2 I did of Chestbanger Genetics Jungleberry bunnies. Great little fucking plant, man. Can't wait to see what the fucking flower's like. I've got some still hanging up there that's so full of seeds I can't really get much out of it, but it's a fun little one. So I was just kind of showing him what he was looking at in that.
Oh yeah, dude, that looks nice, man.
Yeah, it does. Very nice structure.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The structure was what kind of got me on this one. So
What kind did he say that was?
It's Jungleberry Bunnies by Chestbanger Genetics.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I wasn't
an
paying
F2.
attention.
And that's an F2. So I actually F that generation just because I needed to. I had sent out the extra seeds, and then when I popped mine, I popped up with 3 males and 1 female. So I was like, well, son of a bitch. So I just decided to go ahead and pollinate it, get plenty of seeds left, and so now I have plenty of stock. I sent it out, do all that fun stuff. So it's a nice little plant, I can give it free to people, and they can get some decent quality smoke. So
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be good, because I know that other one, the Chango, that one, man, that one's pretty good.
yeah, so I think what Bees was just asking, that's a cross of his version of Trainwreck and Mochi. So his version of Trainwreck and a Mochi. So it's interesting for sure. Very gassy. I like it.
Yeah, Mark, or Blazing Asian, he grew out the Chongo terpene titties. I had gotten some from Chestbanger, and I'm excited to run a couple of those. I'm going to throw some in and see how those turn out, because that came out pretty gassy as well. And he did a fairly good job on that one. So I'm really excited to see what he's doing on this one. He's got those. He just popped a bunch of shit. So
I dig his genetics, man. That dude's genetics are just freaking gas. He's got that freaking old school nose, man. He just likes that freaking 80s, early 90s fucking gas, dude. And that's what he breeds out. So There's nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna be hunting through some of his. I got his version of Trainwreck that he did. I've got a few of his that I'm
He
gonna
said he,
search.
yeah, the Agent Orange is like, he said it's either Agent Orange or Trainwreck.
Yeah. Yeah, then now those were actually like old. Everyone was having kind of a problem getting those to come out of the ground, and he knew that. But
Yeah,
it was worth
yeah.
a try. Yeah,
That'd be nice to get that old train wreck, you know.
yeah,
I'll
absolutely, dude.
see what happens, you know. Maybe one out of something will pop up, and that'd be nice. But I'm gonna fill my 2x4 next with I got a couple more weeks on these, and then I'm just gonna get some clones. Pretty excited. Shout out Thunder Dan. I'm gonna get that Banana Daddy, those two phenos from that, and possibly thinking about getting ZMO in there as well. So pretty excited about that. And then in my 3x3, I'll just do a bunch of random ones that I want to do. Pretty stoked.
So I've decided to just leave my outdoor. I'm not going to bring them inside because over the course of this week, they've actually, there's a couple of them are looking like really good now. Like they've taken a turn for the better. The one that looks really good is actually the one that has the PM, which sucks, but whatever. I'm just going to let them go. And I'm just gonna, I think, start new. I don't have the tent yet. My buddy keeps forgetting it. So hopefully this week I'll have it. And then I think, I'm just gonna start fresh. Because if I bring them in, I might contaminate some things. And then I have to like clean everything. And so I think, I'm just gonna go that way. I'm gonna say, fuck it. Leave those ones out there. See what happens. Get what I can from them. And start again.
Yeah. I mean, have you tried doing like for the PM and stuff? Have you tried doing like the milk or like an EM1 just to see what kind of things happen to that? And has it helped at all?
I did treat. So right away, I pulled the one away from the other ones because it was really bad. And I stripped it and I treated it and I treated all the rest of them just in case. And that's when they started to look like really bad. And I was like, oh no, I killed them. But it took like about a week or so and they started to like look better. The PM, like I think I got the PM, but I just like, as you can tell from other shows, I am not going to risk the PM at all. So I'm gonna let it grow because I want to see how it turns out, but I think I'm just gonna like scrap that one completely. It's just like I still keep finding PM on it and it's like I don't want to risk it. But I am upset because there's a couple that I really wanted and the one like definitely is not gonna finish the way I wanted it to, but the other one might. It's looking pretty good now. All of a sudden.
And I mean, that's the way a lot of people like cleanup cuts is to take them outside, you know? So, I mean, obviously you're not going to clean up a cut right now at this time of year, but you know, next year, if you have something good, you know, take that thing and run it out there, you know, mid-season to do a nice, you know, to get your main grow out in the sunlight, out in the real world, and then take your cuts and bring them back in. It really is a great way to reinvigorate your plants.
For sure. No, I will do things definitely different next year. Honestly, I think it's the spot I had them in too, because I think I said this already. I'm like right beside a high school. So I have to be really careful where I have them. And like, so I kept them on my deck and my kids kept turning the outside light on. And I kept saying, don't turn the light on, like just leave it off. And so I think that kind of fucked them up a little bit too. And then they got onto the light thing and they stopped turning the light on, but I think it really like set them back. So yeah, they're very, very slow growing.
May pay off in the end though. You may gain weight because of it.
Maybe because the one, like I said, the one all of a sudden in this last week, it looks like it will be finished. But like a week ago, it didn't look anywhere near finished. And I was starting to get like really panicky. I was like, oh no, it's not going to finish. But it might now, as long as it doesn't get too cold over the next like week or so.
This was the first time I didn't have my lights on for 2 months since I started growing around 6.5 years ago. It was really weird. But my electric bill loved it, dude. Oh my God. I can't wait till next year.
It'll be like John.
Oh yeah, man. The fucking pocketbook loves the outdoor season.
Dude, my HPS didn't go on for 2 months. It was so weird. Like, I'm like, I feel like I should have this on, but I had no plants because I put everything outside.
You're gonna love the bwah when you turn it on.
Oh, my light's already back on. I'm at week 3. Like, I wasn't waiting until this was done. There's a reason.
Fire up enough of them at one time and you watch your TV get wavy. The old fucking magnetic ballast, man. That shit was great.
Yeah, dude. Dude, you could beat somebody to death with a magnetic ballast.
Get that fucking get that constant humming through your phone line.
Yeah. You're wondering, is this doing any damage to my body on a molecular level?
Right. You live right above the motherfuckers too, you know? My shit starts fucking sticking to the floor. Like you gotta pick your knife up.
It's either you're gonna suffer from major headaches or all of a sudden all the body pain in your body's gonna be gone. Because you know they like heal with magnets and shit. But I mean, that can go either really good or really bad when it comes that way. But thank God they got rid of those things. I consider more of a fire hazard. Like I was terrified when I plugged in my first 1,000-watt HPS fucking the fucking converter. Man, I was like plugged it in and thing hums up and shit, and how hot it gets. You're like, is this thing even safe to be indoors? But you could fix them if something went bad on it. You could actually fix the motherfucker.
Yeah, that was the fucking super cool part was you were able to fucking actually work on that shit. Like, you know, if you had just parts, you could keep that fucking light running for a long goddamn time.
Yep.
You know, you weren't down for very long if your light fucking blew up, that's for sure.
I got 3 of them still in my basement. I don't use them, but they're there.
So Adam in chat said something about a blueberry that he's re-vegging. What blueberry strain is it, if he doesn't mind answering that?
He is either doing, it's one of the Irie Blueberry Butchers, or it might be his own cross. He was doing I think he was calling it Stab Me Sticky. It was a cross between blueberry, maybe blueberry and strawberry blue, maybe, I think is what it was.
Okay.
But fuck, he's in chat. Why am I telling what?
I was gonna say that, but you know what? You're on such a roll. I didn't have a heart to do it.
That's funny.
I keep up on the man's shit, man. I like what he does. So
I was like stalking, but all right, sure.
It might be a little stalkerish. Leave me alone, man.
That's
So
all right,
I
man. I
also
follow
have a
him and
blueberry
I check out every one of his posts too, man, because he's a goddamn good grower, dude.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah.
The fucking
and
crosses he's
Mobius
fucking
too,
constantly
man.
making. Yeah.
I also
Them
enjoy
two
catching
together,
some grow in
holy
my
shit.
feed. You know, I enjoy catching grows in my feed. You know, it's not just advertisements and some stuff. You know, catching grows in your feed is a wonderful thing. You're like, oh shit, a plant. Let's check it out. You know, like
There you go, Green Guys. It was the new by Blueberry Butcher. Blueberry Nightmare.
blueberry. Yeah, I remember actually hearing about that.
I've been
Somebody
watching
saying
them
blueberry night.
post up that cross for a few weeks now. This shit looks fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I
it
gotta
does.
Adam and Mobius, I almost consider them the same grower, how they work as a team there. And then, because, you know, I got like how I've mentioned a few times, my list of top 5 favorite growers on social media that I follow. And that way you actually kind of fit a 6th one in there, right? So you don't have to be so fucking discriminatory against everyone else. But yeah, no, those guys are fucking awesome.
That's I'm gonna make Beez's mission to get Adam on our show one time, because I want to talk to him.
Yeah,
and I've tried to do it, and I'm not convincing enough. So
You want me to ask?
well, we almost had them on there a while back, and then just you know, life happens. But yeah, Adam, you're in the chat right now. We can do it off camera. We don't need to have your face up on here if you'd rather remain unseen. But like,
Yeah,
Adam, come join us. Join us, Adam.
Just let us touch ourselves while you talk.
Look, that's why you can't see our hands half the time, all right, buddy?
He could be a ghost, man.
Exactly.
He could be a ghost.
Cool.
Bees talking about touching himself, or if I could maybe think about so I finally started working on reworking on that second Yima fucking Haw episode that got pulled, and I was doing a little bit of editing on there. And last night or yesterday, whatever, I was going through the section where it was the actual Ric Flair video where he's talking, and just it's like quiet, and all of a sudden you just hear Bees, is anybody else's dick hard right now? You hear Rod's no. Holy fuck, I just hit the deck when I was I've figured out how to leave that part in there. So hopefully by this time next week, hopefully if I can actually get a day in of editing or a good set of a couple of hours, I should be able to finish that off and have that up real soon, because that's that was a good episode, that one. And you know,
was
awesome.
It's fucking funny that I got pulled though.
Yeah,
it's not funny. I knew the second that happened, it was getting pulled. I was like, oh, that's.
I honestly didn't think they would go that hardcore and just like hit us with a copyright. It's like, really, dude? Really? Like, we probably just like enticed like 20, 30 people to actually start watching old school wrestling and looking into Ric Flair.
We would have done that with a fucking UFC channel. They would have probably deleted us. Fucking.
Yeah.
Yo, fuck you for free advertisement. You didn't pay me to mention your name or show your face. So as far as I'm concerned, you're welcome. All right? It's as simple as that.
Somebody send Ric Flair a joint.
Yo, somebody send Ric Flair a fucking foot in his ass. All right? Yes. And break it off. Break it on off. Fucking to the knee.
Oh, was it? Hey, man, it wasn't Ric Flair that did it. Man, Ric Flair's cool. Leave him alone.
No, fuck that. Ric Flair was hitting on my baby's mama. So fucking break a foot off in his ass. We showed his video. We got a strike. The guy is sorry. He's fallen on my list of heroes.
Oh, I did not realize Prophet got so fucking tweaked out by fucking Ric Flair. Let's keep this rolling.
He is the dirtiest player in the game. Come on now.
Hey.
Self-proclaimed dirtiest player.
I'm just waiting for him to finally admit, you know, death and lay down and die. I mean, the guy's plastic anyway.
Yeah, totally.
No, I mean, I don't have any personal hatred for Ric Flair. I just think, you know, we're just mad because we got struck by it. That's all.
Well, more than anything, we know we're just a bunch of assholes, but Yima fucking Haw is cool as shit. So why'd they have to do him dirty like that?
Yeah,
pretty much any other show, and it would have been okay. But yeah, you had to fuck with Yima fucking Haw like that. That ain't cool.
All the shows, not a Friday night show where we're literally running our mouths, and an actual serious show where we have a guest gets fucking pulled. How does that even work? Nice. Very nice slap you got there.
He didn't sign mine.
I love it that he signed it. And it was my first slap that was ever made and stuff like that. So shout out that motherfucker. He's a badass. He's got probably the coolest name on the internet as well. I gotta say that. I gotta
you said that a number of times. So it must be
his
true.
Secondary name is fucking awesome too.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I like his secondary name way more.
Oh. Yeah.
Right?
Was it absolute fuckery?
No.
Complete
fuckery afoot.
Fuckery afoot. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, when you first posted those pics, dude, I thought they were hairy dildos. I swear to God.
Well, it could be.
Well, that's
Wishful
like
thinking,
the first thing
Prophet.
I find, like with most things, like you probably see a squirrel and you're like, yeah, that tail right there.
That's a furry dildo. That's why I don't like chipmunks.
Oh, shit, we haven't damn frogged a while. I gotta find that thing.
I was sitting there trying to say it.
I'm so excited for that Slurper marble set that I won. I can't wait. Now I gotta
Dude,
get a good fucking.
That fucking cool
quality
marble you
glass.
showed was a whole set.
Yeah, it's a set. It's got the
Oh,
pill
fuck.
and-
Dude, that's gonna be sick. You should put that in something that you actually never use, so you don't break it like all the other ones.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got my fucking nice ass fucking Slurper now or something.
You should probably heat it up and then fucking throw it in some cold isopropyl alcohol or something.
Yeah. I'd cry. This stuff, I'm just like, whatever, it's the cheap shit I got at work that I just throw in there. Works great for what I need it for, but that kind of stuff, that'll just be for really just to try it out, make a couple pictures and put it up type shit. But I'm stoked to see what Sequence does with his new his hobby and passion. What he's doing with the glass blowing, it's really awesome. That's
Yeah, man.
that's a big endeavor to take on, you know what I mean? And he just did it. He just jumped in balls deep and said, let's go. So fuck yeah.
And you know what? I find it interesting just watching somebody learn something new. And he's learning a whole new fucking thing that's way different to him. And to me, a lot of the theories of using a torch and, you know, like heating shit up and just seeing heat. I mean, it's a thing, right? Like you can, when you're accustomed to it, I mean, welders, you know, metal fabricators, we can all attest that. You can see heat, you know what heat is. And, you know, so to see this guy, you know, going through the process, learning it, watching all these changes, you know, and the way he thinks about the process and things is really fucking cool. So
I mean, that shit changes like that, you know what I mean? So it's really cool watching people craft that shit and just being able to learn the different stages of it to be able to do things. Because, I mean, people like literally just sit there and draw with like molten little, you know what I mean, rods and stuff like that on some of these things. It's just to be able to do that with something that's so unstable almost, you know what I mean, within that time frame. It's just amazing. So I'm stoked to see what he does.
Shit gets broken when I'm around. I
Right.
wouldn't be good for that kind of hobby. Like I've got nothing but respect for people that like I'm not a fine details person. I don't have the patience for it. So when you see someone that can actually take the time and learn fine kind of craft like that and make some wonderful art, it's awesome. I got it. Like this. And so it'll fucking be an excuse to have like a fucking next, if we ever have one of those artist panels again, we'll get him on there talking about blowing glass and shit like that. And just, hey man, like let's hear about it.
and you know, that's kind of the same thing, right? I love working with the fire and working with all that. And I could totally, I mean, besides the fact that I have no artistic eye whatsoever, like there's a glass thing like I just can't do. But working the glass, I can make a marble, I could make a circle out of fucking, you know, molten glass shit. I think I probably could. But at the same time, right? I there's a reason I work with metal. You can't really break metal very fucking easy. And I break shit. Like I don't
Yeah.
work with wood anymore because I break wood.
I was gonna say I could break some fucking glass on the ground pretty easy, pretty sure. I don't know if I could blow it very well.
Yeah.
That's about my
I
skill
could
level.
blow it like
Don't
oh,
doubt
fuck,
your
I blew
blowing
it.
abilities, Beef. All right. They've gotten you this far in life.
I'll tell you what, though,
It's
that's
the
what
opposite. If there was glass sucking,
You know, I got into a discussion about that. I'm like, you know, I'm a little confused with this, you know, blow job, but it's actually sucking thing. Like, I really was like, talking to the girls, and I'm like, where do you think this even started? And like, we had like a 30-40 minute conversation. We don't have to have it now, but it was just something. I was like, I wonder who decided to switch it over, you know, because it happened at some point.
I'm not going to complain about a good thing. We'll just leave it at that.
Complaining, I was contemplating, not complaining.
I think
She can call it whatever she wants. It just puts a smile on my face, and that's good enough for me.
You want to mess with them? Ask them a question during it that they have to answer something, dude, or make them think. Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
it'll
last
make her
forever.
stop.
I just ask my bitches a lot of questions, so you know.
No, I don't do anything that might make her stop. That's it's like this is a good time right now. It's just
Let's see here. Profit. What do you have in your grow room again? Since you're in 3 weeks, tell us while you're coughing.
Wait, are you talking to me?
Yeah, you're him. You
Wait
are
a
You got
second.
any profit, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't hear shit, dude. My
What-
ears were ringing after I took that hit. All right, what do you want to
working
know?
on these
What,
nuts again.
what are you 3 weeks into in your under your?
Well,
18?
unfortunately, after doing it outdoors, I was excited about it, you know, having it again indoors, but now I have so fucking much of it. Is wedding cake and GMO. Well, I guess the GMO having that one's cool because I didn't have really another one outside. I got a small one out there that my brain keeps forgetting about because it's not as big as the other ones, but it's probably like 2 or 3 times the size of one of the autos I got.
Right.
But you know, in my room for flower, that's what I have is wedding cake and GMO, and then in my bedroom I have 2 Grimdicas and the Prophet that are gonna be up next once that's done. And I'm trying to
Fact that you got
recover
that
my
profit
coffee.
now.
I am fucking ecstatic. And here's what's gonna be funny is if I flower that thing, I come to find out and it turns into a fucking male. That's just I'm expecting that.
You better fucking breed that bitch.
I'll be fucking shipping it to you.
Do you have a white widow yet? Do you do that? I'll get the profit by the fucking widows and we'll fucking do it. I don't care.
I'll mail that whole plant to you, safe and sound.
Go for it.
What the
Nope.
fuck? I haven't heard you say nothing about running the profit test on the fucking thing.
I did do it. That's what I'm saying. Watch the way that my stats have gone down a little bit, but not much. Like I only had one I was off of, and then one that someone claimed was a female, but I kept telling him it was a male, and I was right, but I was wrong on his other one. I was wrong on the other one.
I got 4 for you to test right now. I've got great pictures. I'll get them sent to you later. They're all fucking top down shots. Nothing else in the picture. Great. So we will see what happens.
Hey, I'm always up for the Pepsi challenge because my stats are pretty good. I mean, even if I'm around 80%, that's still not bad. You know, every now and then one slips by me, but I got faith that the Prophet's a female. You know, first I was a little nervous because she ran female,
So
and then
does that
I
make you
checked her
worry about
later.
your other nut?
Wait, what?
Does that make you worry about your other nut?
I ain't worried about that, dude. I cut the first
you
one off
sure?
without hesitation. My nut should be worried about me. All right, after I seen what I did to his
Are
boy.
you changing on us? Are you
I
changing
don't
on
think
us?
so. I don't think so. Does that work? I'm
So
not
you're-
getting an extra hole.
You're going to be in a lesbian throuple before you know it.
Yeah.
That just made me LOL for real.
You'll be the meat.
There's no emoji that can express the feelings that I'm having right now. All right.
I'm gonna buy that fucking rig at the store for you.
What are you gonna buy?
The rig at the store is supposed to be like remember that I showed you? It's supposed to be like coronavirus, but it definitely just looks
Yeah, dude. I would totally take that. Totally. That's what started it, guys. They removed my nut. All of a sudden, they released spores, and I caused a pandemic. I'm sorry.
Cheers, everybody.
Now we know.
Now you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Remember when that was important? Knowing was half the battle.
Why does it have to be a battle?
Well, it's a battle of fucking wits, man. Every
What
day's
if
a battle of wits.
And nobody went.
Well, in all fairness, in G.I. Joe, nobody dies. So, I mean, do we call that a battle?
I don't know, dude. I broke some GI Joes and they fucking never came back.
The toys, yes. I meant the cartoon.
Oh,
Well,
Hey,
that's
imagine
why
you
they
broke a
never
lot
died
of
on
them.
the cartoon, because there were so many sadistic little kids out there that the fucking army would have never survived. So they
Well, I
couldn't
think-
kill them off on the cartoon.
I think
My
Duke
brother's lost-
actually died, didn't he? Was it that the one character that died was either Duke or
I
the
think so.
one that he took over for? I'm pretty sure one of them died. I actually got obsessed with it like a year ago, and I read through the whole fucking, Wikipedia fandom thing of G.I. Joe, dude. And I remember when this cartoon came out, they were already talking about, genetically modified fucking soldiers, and they were merging DNA. That's where Serpenther came from. The snake guy. He was with like Genghis Khan DNA, fucking might have had Gilgamesh in there, but it was all these like epic people, and they merged their DNA into Serpentor. That's who it is. Freaking to create him. And like I'm going through it, I'm just like reading, I'm like, this is like shit that's going on now that they're doing as far as like the military and the equipment that they're using and talking about. And it was fucking going on in the cartoons I used to watch in the 90s. Like, and in the comic book, if you actually read the comic.
So do you think they got the idea from the comic books, or do you think that the comic books got the idea from reality and we're just so fucking blind to what's been happening to it going so long? Huh?
I'll be honest with you. If you take a book, right, by Arthur C. Clarke, I think it is. Trying to remember the name of it. He's the one that started talking about satellites like several years before satellites were even thought of or invented. And he mentioned about these things going around the earth and keeping a beat on you and satelliting and shit. And lo and behold, several years later, or a decade or so later, now we have they have satellites. You take a look at Star Trek. The idea of a cell phone came from a fucking communicator, if you ask me. Like they're talking about food replication. We got 3D printing food. The science fiction action.
Just get stoned. Let's do something easier, man.
No, well, the question was: does science dictate science fiction, or does science fiction dictate science? And I think science fiction dictates science. If I can show you something and make you believe it, it's easy. Like constantly through repetition, it's easier for you to believe that it exists, or it gives you the idea to actually try to make it.
So it says here, Duke did not die of his wounds in G.I. Joe, the movie.
Okay.
Also, in the show, in the episode, Worlds Without End, the Joes travel to a parallel universe where G.I. Joe was eradicated and Cobra won. They even run into the skeletons of a few dead Joes, but no one was killed on screen.
Oh, shit. All right, so he was wounded. All right, I knew somebody came close to it. I was a little off. My bad. Like I said, I only breezed through it for like a day or two. Kind of ran through
and then they like he got wounded, and then 3 minutes later they probably showed him like he probably got shot in the chest, and then they showed him with his head all wrapped up and his arm in a sling, and was like, "No, I'm good, guys."
It's a good thing they were shooting lasers because they cauterized. But yeah, it was pretty crazy because like I said, the stuff they were mentioning in the comic book and shit was, and then you look at now compared to then, you're just like, wow.
That's funny. Abolish was just talking about in chat that Hasbro actually streams on YouTube G.I. Joe now quite frequently, and I have also found that because I'm a nerd, and it is a great way to just kind of can just melt your brain. Just watch some G.I. Joe, get good and fucking ripped, and then just end your night, man.
I would totally start the G.I. Joe series.
I could see him up in like his Jinko pajamas watching G.I. Joe, like.
No, bro, pajamas are not fucking Jinkos. Pajamas are my Darth Vader pants and my Friday the 13th pants. And dude, no, I have specific pajamas. All right, you don't fuck with Jinkos to go to bed. That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Don't be a fucking weirdo.
That's homeless shit. Right? That's like when
I got to tell you, you haven't given your famous Top Chat live chat speech yet. I've been waiting. These people are probably this whole show been in Top Chat.
You know what? I've been holding off on it because everybody is so adamant that there's no difference. So we're just going to let everybody experience the quality that they experience. And I'm not going to try to help everybody figure out that live chat is better chatting experience and more accurate and proper, but it's fine. They can live with their own decisions.
I'll
just ask them to please.
You know what?
One of
tell us how you really feel, buddy.
You want to piss everybody? You want to piss Fluff off? Go to live chat.
No, fuck y'all. I don't even watch it in live chat. I'll just sit here and live chat all by myself.
I actually went from live chat to Top Chat because you told me it was better.
Fuck it, I am too. I'm going there right now. Back to Top
all right,
Chat.
fuck it.
You know what? Screw it. Let's go to Top Chat, everybody.
Couldn't doubt that.
Top chat.
There's got to be a reason they call it top, right?
Yeah.
Is this a power top chat?
We're gonna find out.
Hey, I'd like to say hi to the 3 people watching us as my phone tells. Shit. My phone's fucking telling me there's only 3 people in the whole chat. So I'd like to thank those 3 people for watching us.
Those 3 people are awesome.
Yeah, I don't know which 3 you are, but hey.
Mine says
We probably had 4 until we started talking about G.I. Joe.
You know what's messed up is there's more fucking people
Now we
than
have
3 on the panel, but yeah. So why aren't all you guys in chat?
Because you got to jump out. You got to jump out of chat real quick. And then if you jump back in, it'll show everything back in there. But you got to remember to go back into live chat or you'll just be stuck in.
It's getting difficult, man. This was
No way. Top Chat Live. Fuck
I
this.
was
Top Chat
stuck there
Live.
the whole time. I was like, why the hell am I not having the best chatting experience? And I forgot that Fluff hadn't reminded us the whole show. So thanks.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit the like button, exit out. Says 3 watching now. Oh, hit that like button, guys. If I could do it, you could do it. And guess what? We are at a completion of, hold on. If I get rid of,
Is he trying to figure out any relevant information, or is he
No.
just looking at his phone, just trying to
Prophet,
talk?
have you taken your spice this morning so you can fucking
3 people.
space some
Okay.
time?
Oh shit, it just changed. It just changed right then. Did you catch it?
Yeah,
It
why
just
are
changed.
you lying to us? Prophet is the biggest.
Damn.
He's always lying
Yeah.
to us.
Dude,
Prophet, you need some
Pendulum.
spectacles,
And
man.
he was trying to use his pendulum to count and shit. You know?
I was.
How many rotations?
Funny part is I don't know where my pendulum is, so whatever I'm dangling around these things. Definitely get a reaction.
No, it's just that he's got that goddamn Rhode Island freaking internet up there, and his fucking chatting experience gonna suck no matter whether he's in top chat or live chat.
He's got a sundial wristwatch.
Okay.
How's everybody in fucking chat doing today, man? They're all pretty cool. They're all pretty fucking pretty active today.
Yeah.
Shit, you talked over there today.
It's all about you, Fluff.
Ain't fucking nothing about me, man.
I'm going back to live. Being in a power top chat wasn't that fun.
All right, back to live chat, everybody.
So, what do we think about all the fucking hash ingot that was grown? Who's gonna win?
Well, I'm not going to lose, but I'm not going to win.
Your outside plant is it was quite beautiful.
But yeah, I might win for like looks, but other than that, I'm not. I probably got like over an ounce, but under an ounce and a half.
You got an
It's a
ounce on a
toss up
fucking
between
straight stick.
Fluff and her.
No, it was curves. I bent it. I bent
Gotta
her
be a
over.
toss up.
Bent them all over. What?
I don't know.
What
I don't know what my yield can
between
be.
Hurt and Flirting or Hurt and Fluff.
Well, that or fucking
Arousal looking
the other one,
low
40.
weight. Yeah, that he didn't have one though. Remember,
No.
he doesn't do those kind of things.
Nah. He had his friend do it somewhere in an illegal state, and now he's trying to take credit for it.
Did Rick have those? Because whatever Rick grew outside, they all look fucking real
Yeah,
awesome.
no, Rick did has those, but he doesn't remember which one is which. But
Yeah.
we're starting to nail it down.
Dude,
By color.
I don't. Those colors and that shit he had was ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
they
don't know.
were
I only
fucking-
popped on for a second, man. That motherfuckers are like black. Like
yeah.
I don't know. He must have had something in there with like the same like Sticky Bob. He had a Canico that just was straight black. Like I'm curious what they did to him or what pheno. And I wish he would have been more attentive to what he had because I want to know what they are because I want that black shit.
I got close. It's pretty dark purple.
Yeah, I can get that. Yeah, right. My hashing guys come out beautifully dark purple, but like the outside leaves and like the sugar leaves and stuff don't really turn. The bud does, but those kind of stay fairly green. But you know, I get lots of beautiful colors, but I don't get that black like that. And I want to figure out what strain that one's coming out of and get some of that.
Let's hear
You
from
should
him.
add more CalMag.
He's ready to tell us. He's fucking chomping at the bit. Shut the fuck up already.
Yeah, Hype's sitting there looking like, when are you gonna ask me? Come on, guys.
Right, I'm right here. CBDs comes out pretty hot, comes out pretty dark. I don't know how he got a Kaneko to come out purple. I've never had purple Kaneko. But the CBDs tends to come out dark, and the what was it? Give me 10 seconds. The the CBD method. There it is. It's crystal meth CBD. Those both come out a little bit on the darker end. I mean, even darker than the Hash Got others. I don't have any that give me black fans. Sometimes they start to turn a little bit at the center, but nothing that gives me totally black. If I ever find it, you'll know. I promise. I'll be raving about it. And then,
You got it. Two people have grown it. It's
I'm
coming
actually
out fucking
trying to
black. So
darken Hashing God as well as part of this whole creating
Hashing God's amazing.
them.
Yeah, love it.
So I'm trying to get
Need
it
to
to
buy
where
more.
I can get it even darker while I'm doing this breeding process.
no, that's cool. Like Ray, you're really trying to nail that
Well,
shit
those
in. And
F2s
it's
are getting
starting to
harvested
show.
now, so those will be getting sent out to y'all here pretty soon. I'm glad to hear it.
The one I had was the strawberry one, man. And I was happy with the one I got. It was great.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of jumped on and was talking to me, when I first started kind of really talking to everybody about the Hashing God. When my first one came up, man, I fell in love with that little plant. And, I started kind of screaming that shit from the rafters. And there's multiple people who asked me, are you just saying that because you like Hype? He's on the show and everything. I said, no, man, that's because it's a fantastic fucking plant. And I enjoy growing it. I enjoy smoking it. It's great fucking medicine. So, and now that so many other people have gotten to try it and see it and it's out there and, it just helps me not feel like a fanboy. Good job. You did a fantastic job with the Hashing God. And everything I've had.
My buddy has lately he's been having really bad anxiety problems when he smokes higher concentration on THC. So that nice ratio, he loves it. So I'm definitely gonna have to get with you again just so I can get him some of those. And because it was a breeze to grow, it just wanted to. You know what I mean? It kind of just took whatever happened. It wasn't finicky, and the terp profile alone on it was fantastic. But just that alleviating factor that you got, and that was my first time ever trying any type of CBD ratio that I was aware of, and yeah, I loved it. I'm gonna ride that bandwagon all day.
What's the ratio on it?
I appreciate it. I'm glad to hear it.
We don't know the ratio on it yet.
I haven't actually had any of them tested. The parent plants, the parent plants come out. My expectation is somewhere around a 1-to-1, 2-to-1 ratio, but there's no official, I don't have lab testing to come out and tell you it's going to be in this range. Expected 2-to-1, 1-to-1 for a higher THC, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I've got a little bit of testing, hopefully, possibly locked down to where I'm gonna get it. So we're gonna find out what the Hashing God tests at really soon, and we're gonna find out what his new tester tests at really soon. So we will have some numbers on what the hell he's got going on, because I want to know, because I want to tell the people I supply it to. So.
No, totally. It's awesome to have the numbers for sure, because you can have the same strain and get it tested, grow it 3 or 4 times and get different ratios every time. Literally, I see it happen all the time.
I've even heard you get different ratios from different
Oh, no,
plants.
I believe it, and that's part of the way that I was breeding it. Yeah, that's kind of what I go for too. Is when I send out a pack, I almost never expect somebody to grow a single seed. The ones that these guys are all talking about are F1s. So I literally took a higher THC and a higher CBD. Actually, the CBD plant I used qualified as hemp, and I used the hemp pollen on the high THC plant and a couple other ones, but the hash and gut seems to be everybody's favorite. And those seeds are what went out to everybody. So there is going to be a ratio difference in between the plants, and I personally like that. I breed for me, and everything else is bonus. If I get to help people, it's awesome. But I breed for me and what I like, specifically what I think is going to go good for me and my body and my mental health. And so a little bit of change in that ratio lets me, even if I want to do say 9 hash and gut plants, it kind of helps against that strain lock effect, because I'm not getting that exact same ratio every single time I smoke. I can smoke this jar for a week and this jar for a week, same plant, same kind of, but slightly different terp profile, a little bit different on the ratios. And I don't get that strain lock so much because it is such a staple to my smoking, is that I can have that one favorite that's there and I keep every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Buffy. Take
What?
it away. I was just trying to.
Oh, my ADHD kicked in. But I would love to have testing and numbers on it. Like I've always just gone for effect. You know, this one works for me on this. This one works for me on this. Let me combine them, see if the babies work. Yes, they do. Awesome. Let me talk about it. Pass them out. Or no, they don't, and toss them out. But I'd love to have numbers just so I can see like what are the numbers that are affecting me better. What is my ratio that my body loves? Because if I ever want to go to the store and buy some because I'm out, or you know, if I'm trying to mix it for myself, I'd love to know what the exact key ratio is, as opposed to something like a 2-to-1, 3-to-1.
So there's a company that sells kits, and it's kind of like you would do for like DNA, and you swab your mouth and you send it to them, and they can actually send you results of like what terps are good for you, what your levels are. Yeah, it's really interesting. I'm thinking about getting one. We sell them at my work and they're really expensive. So I've been like, not.
Is that like an Everlywell test, you know, like your food sensitivity test, but they do it for terpenes?
Exactly. They do it for like terpenes, and like they'll tell you what your perfect like THC, CBD levels are. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. It's one company that we found that does it. So yeah, like you just buy the kit, you do it, you send it off to them, and then they send you the info back, which I thought was really cool.
This is available up by you. Like, is this something that like is available to general public everywhere?
Probably. So I will get the info and I will send it to somebody.
Yeah, get it out and we'll get it sent out or post it or something. Yeah, that'd be fucking cool. I definitely would like to see that and see if, you know, between my own personal testing with what I use and what that says, I'd like to see the difference. So
yeah, me too, because I already know the types of things that I need. So yeah, it'd be cool to compare it for sure. Don't everybody say something at once.
Bazinga.
I was trying to Google it, but all that comes up is like fucking drug test. It's just fucking.
I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but I will message somebody at work today and get them to like send me a picture, and I'll figure it out.
I got a question about you guys' testing for plants, male or female sex. Do you need a whole clone for that? Do you just need like a tissue sample, like a leaf cutting, or what's required for that?
That I'm not sure, but I will find that out as well. Yeah, like that's something new that we've just started doing, so I haven't really watched how they do it or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not positive, but I will find out.
Okay, because as we were talking when you were on, I think that was last Sunday there about being able to do that. Like, as a bit of a guy who fancies himself as a bit of a breeder, just if I could send you samples and then of say like a dozen different plants, be like, these are what do I got, when they're still, you know, fucking DA high, and then take out some of the guessing work and shit like that. I just yeah, very
Yeah, no,
exciting.
totally.
And then
We did that for all of our plants this year, so it was pretty cool. Yeah.
I like that idea. It's so it's exciting then, because I think at some point in time, now this one's going to be way down the road, not anytime soon, but I'm going to go through, pick one of my crosses and just go pheno hunting specifically for a male and just start getting rid of the females.
Yeah.
And just look for the kind of the one, and you might have to do multiple batches. But like I said, if a week or 2 weeks in the veg or whatever, and send off a couple samples and be like, fucking this one, and this one, and get rid of all the extras, and then germinate more seeds right away. Just
good
keep
call.
going. Yeah, invaluable resource is what I'm getting at.
Yes, I will find out for sure and let you know.
I used a smart person word to try and impress Fluff there. It didn't look like it worked. He just kind of had that stone cold.
I was so you were trying to be smart and I was trying to be a nerd. I'm trying to figure out whether I need to bring a lightsaber over to Clio, because me and Abolish might have to have, you know, I don't know, a Jedi off or some shit.
I think you have to at this point.
So I was trying to figure out whether I need to bring a lightsaber while you're trying to be smart. So we kind of went opposite directions and fucking crossed somewhere on the fucking road. I don't know.
That's okay. That'll happen. There's enough cannabis flowing around here that signals will get mixed up quite regularly, actually.
I was fucking in a daydream thinking about Fluffy and Abolished fighting lightsabers for real. That's fucking funny. Like, I don't even know what you were saying, Caribou, because that's all I could think. Yeah, I was trying to picture Abolished, what style of Jedi attire he would wear. And I'm pretty sure I can picture it, right? Like, but I don't know what he has exactly. But then
he's over there being Mace Windu.
Yeah, no doubt. He would have a fucking purple lightsaber too.
So you're picturing these guys crossing swords.
Basically, yeah.
In Jedi fashion.
Not talking about lightsabers though. Mine's bigger than yours.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
I just want the different colors. But I did just look up and see that hood on Fluff, and it took me way off guard. I was like, what the fuck?
He looks like he's ready to take somebody and throw him in the back of a white van. And then you gotta wake up in a room wrapped in plastic. And you gotta be like, oh shit.
All right, what color lightsaber would you have, Fluffy? If you could have any color lightsaber, let's hear it.
Dude, wait, the theoretical, just because it's cool and I want the one that I want.
Yeah.
Are you talking like in the reality of it?
There's a really cool one that's like a black fucking plasma. I would do like the black plasma. Otherwise, it's just Sith all day, man. I fucking resonate with those bad motherfuckers. So I'm a bad guy.
Isn't there only really like 4 colors in that? You got the the green, the red, but then you got the blue, and then you got the purple that was created just for Samuel Jackson because he requested it.
You got yellow.
Is there? I mean, I'm not a super fan.
There's a yellow. There was all different kinds. There's a lot within the lore.
I know it's supposed to show what the crystal is supposed to show your personality and shit like that, and the type of person you are. I mean, like I said, I'm not a major fan. I've only got stuck watching the motherfuckers because they've been on TV for like 3 months.
You know what the funniest shit to me is? We're sitting here getting all analytical over the colors of lightsabers on Star Wars. Down to me, that's fucking piss funny.
What's even crazier is the story of Star Wars and the Jedi. And I've mentioned this before. It is actually a Hebrew story back in fucking from the Old Testament and shit. Like one of their side stories. Look it up. The Yoda, the Jedi, they fucking carried swords that were created of crystals that were fucking. I swear to God to you, Fluff, you're shaking your head, looking at me like I'm an idiot. Oh, you weren't? Okay, you had. It's a common look for you, but I swear to God, look it up. Just look up, Jedi Jedi and Hebrew. And I swear to God, you will come across the whole fucking story.
This specific comparison before, so
Purple.
this one's kind
That's
of.
because you don't dig in those books that I dig into. That's the problem. And I'm telling you, a lot of stories are taking from the Old Testament and retransferred into different names, heroes, shit like Superman basically is a representation of Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
The Old
There's only
Testament,
so
what was
many
the Old
stories.
Testament based off of, though?
Wait, what?
What was the Old Testament based off? Where
The
were
Old
those-
Testament is well, what you know as the Old Testament is known as the Torah. That's the original
Where
thing.
did that come from?
Yeah, but what's
Yeah,
that?
Well, the original. That's the original book, bro.
I
It
Most
came
people
from-
save this shit for like late night fucking wake and bake. You know, there's all that conspiracy shit. We do this thing first thing on Sunday morning. Have a
It's like
great day,
church.
people. We're gonna.
We're taking
It's not
I'm just gonna melt your
quarter
brains
to
on
eight.
for Sunday. I'm sorry.
It's not even.
If you
quarter
think
to
I'm
eight.
kidding,
People on
look
the
it up.
West Coast are waking up to this shit, and it's like might as well be advanced calculus for fuck's sakes, as people are opening their eyes.
Well, I've had actually a theory about, the Big Bang and the fact of the conservation of angular momentum and the way explosions work, if you really like me to get into it. But
No, because it sounds boring as fuck, and I
Do you
don't
have
want
a
to go back to
fucking? Do
sleep
you have
right
a
now.
fucking whiteboard somewhere with a bunch of math? Because if you do not have a whiteboard somewhere with a bunch of math, then I don't want to hear shit you got to say about that specific thing.
okay, it's really easy physics, man.
Oh, you know that's somewhere in the costume.
It's downstairs, but I can't carry the fucking laptop.
He's got to pull that out of the costume trunk.
That's Point Dexter over there and shit.
The whiteboard's what he uses as a light block for his fucking grow. He can't go grab it right now.
Astro Charlie, cheers.
Yeah, see, Astro Charlie. That's what I'm talking about. There's only fucking like 12
Ooh,
base.
doesn't Astro make like doesn't he 3D print a thing to where you could like put the PVC on your tents, right? Like little fucking holder or something.
Yes.
I need to fucking talk to him about that because I need some of that because I want to do like a scrog throughout my 5x5 with all my different plants, but I don't want to make like the whole frame one like I did. I want to do it like attached to the poles. So I need to fucking talk with him about that.
Oh yeah. I'm excited to his Rainbow Kush mix, man. He does a phenomenal job on that. So that's always exciting.
Oh yeah.
He's a nice
Dude, I love
boy.
that packaging. They really nailed it with that packaging. I don't know if fucking that's
Nailed it.
Astro Charlie's just fucking design or what or awesomeness, but that packaging makes me want to buy that. Like I don't even give a shit if flowers get it. I want to buy that packaging.
That's just it's a gnarly strain though too. And then
It looks like it, man. His fucking pictures of it are gorgeous.
Dankman had some extracts of that, if I'm not mistaken. Things yeah, I'm pretty sure, but that shit was dank as fuck. Flower form's fantastic. I'm gonna have to check out that seed company one day. It seems like their genetics are pretty fire.
That's so funny. Astro Charlie there in chat said he wrote a note on his fridge, right? I love being an adult. That's how I figure out that I got important shit to do too. I figure it out when I go to get something out of the fridge. I'm like, oh fuck, I got to do that today.
I have it all written down on my desk. I gave up on like writing it
I'm
on
seeing
like,
your desk, motherfucker. You need to put it on the fridge.
then my fridge would be painted too. Because I just start writing on it in paint markers. I just like, because my desk isn't going anywhere, but little pieces of paper with scribbled notes, they just disappear all the time.
You know what I did once
Notebook.
in my house?
It disappears in this fucking tiny ass studio, but it does.
You know what I did once in my house, and I think it would be absolutely perfect for you, and you're gonna lose your fucking security fucking deposit anyway. I've seen the way you tore your shit up. No, dude, we painted a whole wall in chalkboard. So we had a whole chalkboard wall. Like literally, dude, that's what you need. You can just fucking chalk that motherfucker up, erase it, and just do another one the next day.
We did that in my bedroom with half the wall.
I just need a black piece of chalk and it's concrete wall. So that,
There you go. Dude, there are 1, 2, and right where I'm sitting, 3 whiteboards visible. If you walk through my house, there's like 8 whiteboards and a chalkboard. three in one room and a chalkboard. Okay, and one on the fridge.
I was
And
saying, I
there's
got,
one
I got
right
one.
here. There's one right here that says Profit World. Okay, and I have to look up every morning to see what it is I'm supposed to do.
Is there an
And
advocate?
yes, Dritz, breathing is on there.
Was that a new addition after he talked with Dritz that day?
Yeah, it was a good reminder.
All right, Prophet Sweet. Breathing is on there. All right. Now I'm not afraid you won't forget anymore.
Shit. Yeah, I was just thinking, yeah, that's funny. I got one whiteboard within reach. I got one on the wall right behind me that's got all my random ass grow things that I'm really trying to get fucking straightened out, but I just kind of randomly put notes up there. And then I got like one upstairs that I put my daily activities and shit on. My wife was actually laughing at me because like on my one whiteboard upstairs, I have like, make sure you have clean clothes for the fucking weekend. She's like, oh, so cute. You're trying to be an adult. I'm like, I try. I'm not very good at it. I try sometimes.
You're pretty adulty.
I don't know. Not really. You know, I try to be, but
You fix
I
it well.
don't do it very good.
Dude, you're pretty good at adulting.
Yeah, I gotta say, your guard is killing it, but your life might just be a fucking in shambles.
Out of our ragtag group, yeah, you're doing pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
That's just because my train hasn't crashed yet. It's on its way.
Choo choo.
I jumped off the train, it crashed. I hitched another ride. That one got lost somewhere on another track. Hitched a ride over. I'm trying the whole horse and buggy thing now. It's working out all right.
That might be a little safer that way for you, but
Fucking A, it's a lot less painful.
yeah, it's a good thing.
Or at least when a horse breaks down on you, you can just fucking shoot it.
No, you throw the horse over your shoulder, man. Come on.
Oh man, I feel super abolished. Said it right there. He said he drank some water today. He was feeling pretty adulty. I had some aloe vera juice last night. Feeling super fucking adulty about that.
Hell yeah. Did it make you feel better?
I don't know what it made me feel. I don't know.
I bet it
He wanted to ground his kids and shit.
I'm guaranteed. I'm certain it made you feel better because the label told me so once upon a time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. We're gonna see. I got like another liter of it to drink today, so we'll see. Maybe I'll feel wonderful today.
That's the only adulting I get to do really is like ground my kids, and they don't even do anything. So I just got to make stuff up just to feel like I'm adulting.
I do like that aloe vera drink. Aloe vera juice. Mm.
Cheers,
So
Kingfisher.
I don't know what.
off, guys. 'Cause I'm gonna jump off. I've got like today's my Thanksgiving dinner, and I gotta get like started on it before it's too late. So I'm out. Thanks for having me on. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Have an awesome day.
Have a great day and have an awesome
See
Thanksgiving.
you later.
Happy
Thank
Thanksgiving to
You
you.
too, guys.
It's Canadian for Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey,
Yeah, you just had the A. You just had the A at the end.
Yeah, with the A. Bye, guys.
Have a good one.
Dude, adulting is super overrated, Chris Mertz. I agree.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
if you're smoking up
speaking of
weed throughout the
adulting,
day, it's fine.
Get to go cut down a bunch of fucking trees over at the in-laws place today. We've already got the boom truck parked over there ready to go. There's a bunch of Lombardy poplars leaning over the fence that could come and fucking hit the neighbor's house and all that shit. So boy, it's one of those, it's funny, man. There's basically one tree service in town in our area, and the guy's he's a prick, we'll just say that, and he kind of charges whatever the fuck he wants because he's the only guy that actually does that in town. My company does utility tree work, which is it's different. We basically just contract to the hydro company, and but anyways, this guy, so the trees, a couple of the trees I'm about to go take down, we're leaning over into the neighbor's driveway, and he calls the local tree guy who fucking charged him almost $1,000 to remove just a couple arms off this tree leaning into his fucking driveway. And this was maybe fucking month and a half ago at the most. And I was just kind of sitting there laughing to myself because, you know, the people that actually own the trees, if you had waited just a few weeks longer, they're getting the family discount where a few hours of my time and the tree's coming down, getting chipped, drug away, you name it, right? It's
That's cool. You can use the boom truck. That makes it fucking easy. Hell of a lot easier than just, hey, while you're here, want to have me, you know.
I was just thinking the same thing. Like, you know, you try to have stable friends, you know, like, yeah, I got a guy who can work on my AC. I got a guy, you know, I got everything but a tree guy. I mean, I kind of have a tree guy, but I don't know how much it costs to get this guy from Canada with his equipment down to the States. But yeah, dude,
Well,
it's one of those I need because tree work is very fucking expensive here.
It is, and especially in like I said, in like an area like mine where it is a small area, but you only have one guy that's kind of has a hold on everything. And there is times where we'll get to do cash jobs where we'll be working on a contract job, and you get someone kind of, hey, what about this tree? How much to take that down? And you'll like say there's times where like you'll hear what the other guy's bid was, and it's just like he'll be say like $3,000 just to take down a couple big firs. And we're talking big trees, don't get me wrong, but it's, you know, you'll have like your ground crew, 3-man ground crew, and you're talking about a few hours worth of work, and then we'll fucking come in and it just like, really, he offered you that? Yeah, okay, we'll do them for a few $100 kind of thing. That's fucking enough to make it worth your while to go in on your day off, and you know, everybody walks away with a little bit of extra cash. But it's like, yeah, just it's almost criminal what this other guy's doing. It's just like
it's wild because I mean it's a skill that you're doing, you know what I mean? It's not everybody can go carry a heavy ass chainsaw up in a big ass boom and cut these big ass, you know, trees out the way. So I mean, cheers for you know what I mean, and doing that. So it's definitely a skill, and not everybody can do that shit. You gotta have some balls.
It was fun when I did it for a little while, but I'm actually sitting back thinking about, I can't wait to see the look on your neighbor's face that they paid money to remove limbs, and you're going to be out there actually cutting the whole tree. Like the look on their face it's going to be priceless, dude. If you can get it, take a picture of it, because
you know what I'm actually going to do is all the boom's in there with the chipper already. I'm going to fire up that chipper, and I'm going to try and cut some sections big enough that I'll like grab them in my arm, cut it with the topping saw, boom it over to the chipper, and see if I can stuff it in the chipper from the boom, and just let these people watch this whole thing. It's see if I can do that. It's just, you know, it's just a way to have fun with what you're doing, and just, you know, yeah, these guys got the family discount right there. So
And brother, stay first. You know, after you do that, you know, we don't want to come on next Saturday talking about how Caribou Heart just fell into a chipper off the boom with the fucking branch he was holding. So tie yourself in that motherfucker when you do that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not one of those ballsy fuckers. That's like, well, it's just you got.
I mean, you don't do dumb shit like I do.
Well, you got your regulations, right? You get some guys that will fucking just develop those bad habits, and they'll be up there trimming around the power lines with no harnesses on and stuff like that. Well, you get the wrong person comes and sees that, and like not only your whole crew shut down for a couple of weeks and stuff like that. So just get used to doing it's like putting on the seatbelt when you get in the car, because if you don't do that, then the car's just going to go ding, 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 and not shut up, and you know, all that stuff.
Seems to be a lot of Rick and Morty glass floating around, huh? I was looking at yours, and I'm like, I got mine right here. Freaking
cheap, thick glass.
Yeah.
But soon I can't be seen with that, hanging with the likes of glass blowers and such like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's not good enough? Is that what it is?
Hey man, when you're hanging out with cats like that, you know what I mean? You can't be whipping out shit like that.
I'd be that dude, be like, yeah, check this out. I know it takes no skill to make it, apparently, from what you guys are saying, but I love it. I don't care.
What, like a juice box? Just get like the Rick and Morty juice box. Just be like, yeah, look at my rig.
Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Walk in there with a dab pen. Just, oh yeah.
Those juice boxes are big though, actually, as dad rigs like that. I've seen a lot of those. Or
The only ones we have, we
Oh,
don't
people-
actually
people
have a
love those
juice
things.
box. They're generic. It's not a dabber. It's just something you put dry weed in. Like, it's not the dabber that you guys are talking about. The ones I've seen over here.
Cheers.
I'll be honest. I think the fucking flood of Rick and Morty shit is fucking stupid.
It's on everything.
Everything. It's on everything. They don't smoke
Yep.
weed on the show. They're just fucking trying to capitalize on the fucking audience. And like,
Again,
Hey, Rick smoked weed. And
whatever.
It shows as well.
I'm
you know,
just
they make
saying.
fun
Well, hey, but you also,
More
you know, you
people buy
also
it.
have that big fucking platform where you have Rick holding up a sign that says legalized weed on it. So,
Yeah, no,
you know, there is that. He's an advocate.
He does
That's why a lot of
collapsing
people
crystal,
go
man.
through it,
I'm
so.
not against the show.
He fucking gets
I'm
riggy,
just
riggy
against
wrecked,
all the
son.
fucking merchandising. That's all.
I just think
No, I
I just
agree.
think it's a cool character. It makes for some, you know, like it just makes for some really cool artwork. So
It does.
Okay.
You're right. I'm not again. It's
He's just saying it's on fucking everything.
It's
He is
on
correct.
everything.
It's on it. And they're actually changing up different styles. Like DP's got one where they're zombies. I got a coffee mug where they're pretty much looking like zombie-ish. So they're even changing the art style. I got 2 shirts that look like they were drawn by anime and they're dope as fuck. Rick and Morty anime. Oh boy. Like,
got acid
Am
eyes.
I the only person that's never even seen this show?
you must be, because it's pretty good. It actually started off as like a small skit of I'll be honest with you, Back to the Future. And it was so low budget and whatever, and I never caught any of the episodes. I only found out through watching one of those YouTube fucking shows about how Rick and Morty started or whatever. And it was Doc Brown and fucking Marty McFly, and they were running around doing this shit. And anytime there was a problem, the solution was for Marty to blow Doc. Seriously, that's the whole premise of the show. And then it got turned into what it is, Rick and Morty now, and they changed it up a bit. But yeah, if you check out YouTube and
Later, Driz.
it's how it started.
great day, Dreads.
It's a little fucked up. Like, you're like, wow, that's how this show started off. All right, that's some shit. Plus, some of the shit they already put on the show, dude. There's some stuff on that show, man. You see a lot of balls. You see a lot of phallic shit. It's all over the place, man. Rocket ships. Take a hard look at all the rocket ships in that thing.
That's why Prophet loves that show. It's all
Dude,
balls and dicks.
I can pick the dicks out of the crowd real quick.
I bet you could.
Hey, I'm seeing 4 of them right now.
I think it's a gift.
later hype.
Later, hype.
Peace.
But yeah, I recommend checking it out. It's worth it. It's funny as hell.
I keep saying I keep hearing that, and I keep saying I'm gonna check it out, but I never do. I'm not a TV watcher. I just like other than like a couple of my sports teams that I like to watch. I'll just sit here and find something on my computer. I'll listen to like Future Cannabis Project or fucking Dude Rose or shit like that. Michigan Rose Show, stuff like that. I have a hard time sitting there and having a TV hold my attention. Movies don't do it anymore. It's just, I don't know. Most content out there just fucking sucks. It's all just been there, done that to me. I don't know, my opinion. Nothing new.
Yeah.
So I watch nothing but cannabis talk where it's, same thing, been there, done that. Same people in the same chats.
Yeah, but we
Yeah,
talked
but those people are awesome and
They
real.
are. I know. There's a lot of those awesome people are hanging out with us right now, and we thank you guys for that. All of you very much. We love you.
Right? They make my Sunday better and all the days that I'm on here and all the days I'm on other shows. Because half these people are everywhere.
Yep.
Yep.
Although I do have to say, it makes me feel slightly less special because they're everywhere. But I still love them.
Oh, come on. It's great to walk into a room, say what up, and then 90% of the people.
Norm. Right, the cheers thing, right?
Yeah.
You fucking walk into the room and everybody knows your name. Fuck yeah. Dude, that should just be our thing. Like when we come on, that should just that's fucking lame.
Fucking, I went to a party one time and we were like, the kegs in the kitchen. Anytime anyone came in from the outside, like the outside door opened and someone came in, everybody cheered like, woo, like it was like they were the 1000th, contestant, like, oh, like everyone would pat them on the back like they won something, even though they didn't. We just like pushed
A surprise birthday party.
Yeah, totally. And then opposite, people fucking leaving would get the boo, as they're walking out the door, fucking oblivious to what the fuck is going on. It was fucking fantastic.
Sounds fun.
See, I learned early. I never had food in my fridge, so I ripped the shelves out and threw the freaking keg in the fridge.
Kegerator, baby. We always wanted one. We never did get one. I had an aunt that had one, and they always had, like 4th of July parties. Fucking kegerator was the shit, man. I mean, and at that age, I was a kid, so they put the kegerator in the barn, away from all the adult supervision. So smart. My family is genius.
Yeah, you don't
That
need
sounds
a
like
either.
puking.
It wasn't a
It
kegerator.
happened.
It was my real fridge. I didn't put a hole in it or anything like that. Like,
I know.
Oh.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But you
Okay.
can make those a kegerator.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
easy,
My
but
buddy,
landlord would have been
is coming
pissed.
back. Yeah, fucking totally did the same thing. Fucking great. Dude, I was just looking at that. I bet Steve Miller does put on a fucking great show. I would love to see that.
What's this
Steve
one
Miller
that's
Band?
down from us?
Steve Miller was just in this area like a couple of years ago, and I wanted to go see him so fucking bad, but it didn't happen.
I would totally go see them.
It's
Fucking
just
A. I seen
Yeah,
a lot
man,
of
every once in a while.
remakes.
Sorry. Yeah, I was just gonna say every once in a while, man, like he comes on and then I hear one song and I'm like, wait, I need to hear a lot more of what he does. So he always ends up being like a whole day fucking experience.
There isn't one song that I can think of that isn't good by him. And that's a tough thing to do. Alone when-
Okay. I can't actually name a specific song by him that sucks, but I'll bet you anything written in the last 40 years. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Most of those 70 rock bands, 60s, 70s rock bands kind of fit that, where it's like, the stuff they wrote back in the day was great. But like you look at the Steve Miller's greatest hits album, which is the one that most of us would probably have in the collection if you were to have one. And I'm pretty sure most of those songs were written before 1974, I think. Maybe somewhere in around there. And it's you get like
that makes sense, actually.
You can go down the list with so many of these bands that are still out there, and they're just like, the funny thing is like every band out there is always like, yeah, I think this is our best album. Yeah, man, we really put our effort into it. And it's just like, your band hasn't written a decent fucking album in fucking, well, let's just do it and go to Metallica. Fuck off. You guys haven't written anything decent in 30 plus years. But Death Magnetic's the best thing you've ever done? No, I'm sorry. Like, no.
I'll agree. If I go to a Steve Miller Band, if I go to a concert, I want to hear their classic shit. Like I want to hear.
Absolutely.
So yeah, you're right.
Yeah. The one disappointment, not the one. I went to see Judas Priest. Took my son to see them in Uriah Heep a couple of years ago. And for a guy that's been listening to Judas Priest for well over 30 years at this point, I don't mind their new stuff. It's good. It's listenable, but that's the same thing. That's not why I'm going there. And for an hour and a half long set, I only knew 7 songs. And of those 7 songs, I only actually really liked 4 of them. And it was just like, wow, because it was all just, most of this stuff was off like their last 3 albums. And it's just, I'm sorry. I like, it was a good show. I enjoyed it, but I don't go to see a live show of your stuff that just really pales in comparison to friggin', you know, first.
Well, that's them
20
trying to advertise their newest shit. That's basically what it
Yeah.
is.
Well, it's but it's just another thing. I get that you probably get sick and tired of playing those same songs. Like, how many times does Judas Priest want to play "Screaming for Vengeance"? Not very many, because they didn't play it. I can tell you that right now. But you see what I mean, though, right? He's played the same song for fucking, like, look at the Rolling Stones with "Jumping Jack Flash." How many fucking times have they played that? They probably get tired of playing the same old song. So you want to play the newer stuff. But I don't know, man. That's not what I'm paying my money for, personally.
I think that Rob Halford can't fucking sing like he used to. And I think that's why they don't play those fucking songs. Because, like, "Screaming for Vengeance," man, he's fucking screaming for vengeance. You know?
Or that could be a good
I
point.
just,
Painkiller, another one where he's just
right.
like top register of his voice for most of that.
Yep, exactly.
That.
I mean, he's an old.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
older
Look
guy
at
now.
most of your metal bands. I mean, if you go see fucking Corey Taylor do anything, and then watch him do, you know, and if you'd have saw Slipknot, you know, 15, 20 years ago, and then listen to him now, that dude cannot carry on what he used to do. He just can't. I mean, you ain't gonna hear them motherfuckers do "Sick" like they did 20 years ago. But at the same point, yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. I want to hear that old stuff because it's great and awesome and cool. But yeah, man, we have to embrace that new shit. You know, like if it's not your favorite shit, then don't fucking, you know, a lot of times you're not supporting their old shit in that band, you know. You're supporting that new fucking album and that record company. Usually when you see those fucking new tours like that. So it sucks. But it's awesome to enjoy your band when they do fucking do that. You know?
Yeah. Like, I was just thinking a few years ago, I went and saw like a couple of guys that a lot of the American friends here might not know, but Randy Bachman in 5440. Randy Bachman's the Guess Who, Bachman Turner Overdrive, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And 5440, another Canadian band, opened up for them. And it's like they were a radio band where it's like I thought I knew 3 or 4 songs of theirs. And they came on, and it's like you actually knew just about every word to every song for an hour-long set or whatever it was. The only song I didn't know was off the new album, which I hadn't heard, so I don't know about that. I was like, wow. And like same thing with Randy Bachman. It was like he takes the stage, and it's just like every song that you freaking knew, and then he comes back for the encore, and the guys fucking hit you over the head with so many hits that you know from the Guess Who and Bachman Turner Overdrive and other solo stuff. And I'm just like, what the fuck are they going to close out with? And it's like they still have Taking Care of Business in the bag. I just like they hit you over the head with that to close out. This like fucking dumbfounded. Like that to me, that's what I want to see when you go to a show, is like when you actually know most of those. But to be fair, there's a lot of bands out there, and even the ones that I really like, it'd be pretty rare where I can actually fucking sing along with every single fucking song, because I don't pull the lyrics out of most metal songs. Let's face it, they sing too fast or growl too deep, and it's just unintelligible to me. So it's just more of just like But another one, speaking of guys who can't fucking sing or sounded really good on tape back in the day, but nowadays, fucking Axl Rose. Guns N' Roses just released another
He
fucking
never even
single,
sound good back in the day, though. That dude was fucking never a performer. He is the biggest fucking fake when it comes to a fucking singer there is.
But yeah, Guns N' Roses just released a new single, right? And I'm listening to it, and it's just like what he's trying to. He can still kind of do the scream part that he did. That's not so bad, but you're listening to him actually try and do a little bit of singing, and I'm just like face palming myself, going like, you know, bands that like how we were just kind of talking about bands that should have hung it up years ago, again, kind of thing, just out there still making money or trying to make money. That's them. That's great stuff there, Sam.
Yep. My friend was like, hey, do you want any of these stickers? He's like, I like the bands, but, and I was like, yeah, I want those.
Fuck yeah.
I will proudly
Especially-
display them too.
You know, you got to thinking about that, and I was thinking while you're talking, you know, guys who who've been doing their music for so long and just keep doing it. And can you imagine like Jimmy Buffett? That dude has got to be so sick of playing some of those songs.
Margaritaville.
Oh my, yeah, or Hamburgers in Paradise or something. Like that dude has just got to be like, yeah, like
Okay, but it's funny that you mentioned him because truth be told, Jimmy Buffett is actually one of my absolute favorites, fucking all time. I absolutely fucking love the guy. And we were both born on Christmas Day. Did you know that?
That's awesome. And the thing is, right? But if you see a Jimmy Buffett, that dude looks like he enjoys it just as much today as he did the first day he wrote that song.
Yeah.
So you can tell those songs fucking mean something to him.
Yeah, well, he's the most laid back guy in the world. Like he's been labeled as, right? And he's actually, his books are freaking awesome. If anybody's into reading, like or likes to read books, pick up just about anything he's ever done. There's what is it? I'm not gonna try and think of book names, but just trust me, if Jimmy Buffett wrote it, it's gonna be a good book.
It's a real buffet, if you will.
Yeah, sure.
It's a Jimmy buffet.
And then every time I think about that though, then I think about Jethro Tull, and I love listening to some Jethro Tull when I'm good and fucking baked, man. That music has got so much fucking layers to it. Love that shit.
Dude, Ian Anderson is a maniac with that fucking flute. Like, yeah.
Dude only has one.
There's only one person I go. It's like John Papa with the fucking harmonica. I swear to God, there's only one person in the world that could play that instrument like that.
I have a feeling you could probably play the fucking flute pretty well, Prophet. Something tells me.
Skin flute.
Hey, you know what? I got a tag on what Kingfisher's saying here, though, right? Like it's because the entire crowd is singing it back to you. But then think of somebody like Vanilla Ice. The entire crowd, the entire dang world is singing Ice Ice Baby, and he hates every second of it. So it can't just be that.
I think he has some PTSD because of, Suge Knight, because that's that whole ordeal. That's why that song fucks with him. He's got some, every time you hear it, he just curls up into a ball, dude.
He starts guarding his head, like, oh shit.
And his ass. Actually, I like Vanilla Ice. Not as Vanilla Ice, but actually who he is as an individual. He's been down with the Juggalos forever. But
he's a cool fucking dude.
He is a dude. When he was on the Surreal Life, he was like one of my favorite characters, to be honest with you.
I miss that show so fucking much, dude. The Surreal Life was so cool.
Remember the one with MC Hammer, Corey, Feldman, was it? I think it was.
Yeah,
and he was constantly crying about how he's broke. And MC Hammer's like, yo, man, you made your millions. You're luckier than a lot of other people, man. You got to be thankful for what you got, But mind you, MC became a preacher, But it was just funny because he's like, stop crying about your money, Corey. Go out there and make it, So it was great.
Wasn't Ron Jeremy on with Vanilla Ice in that season? Yeah, I mean, learning about him was actually super fucking interesting. Like that was one that where you're just like, what? And then, oh goddamn, dude, like what was it? Vanilla Ice and that one big, or not Vanilla Ice? The fucking guy with the clock.
Flavor Flav. Flavor Flav.
Didn't him and that chick.
That Amazon.
Bridget Nielsen. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, didn't that whole thing happen on the Surreal Life too? Like,
yeah, awesome. And after, even into the Flavor of Love, she was popping up over there. And was it Arnold Schwarzenegger with her? Wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger with her for a little while?
I never searched before.
Sylvester Stallone was with her. Sylvester Stallone was with her. Nice, Dad.
Sylvester Stallone's like 5'3".
The Italian stallion.
Is it true he was a porn star before he got famous?
I believe it is. And I believe that's the name of the movie, and I believe that's how he everybody kept calling him that, but not sure about if that's where the name came from or not. But yeah, I believe he
Imagine
started
him
off.
like porking some chick in the ass and just be like, Adrian!
That's not my name. Get the fuck out of me.
Oh, Fluff looks very intently right now. What are you reading, Fluff?
Oh, I was just reading about the caregiver stuff that they're talking about in chat.
Everyone do your part.
Yes,
Dude,
exactly. You know,
It's so
one of those
sad when
things-
there's more intelligent conversation in chat than actually on the panel.
Well,
It's
some of those people can actually carry a conversation, unlike us.
pretty often, actually.
No, it is, and it's an important tip to make that you know, if you do support this shit, that you need to be up on what's happening in your area, because they're all trying to screw us on the sly, and we don't even know about it. So, you know, whether you think it's happening or not, it is. They're already planning to take home grow away from you. They're planning to take all your growing rights, all that crap. So keep up on your stuff. You know, it's very important that they're out there like this and doing it, because everybody needs to be paying attention. Otherwise, we ain't gonna have nothing.
You guys could just move to Canada. You could live right beside me. $500 a year. We'll get you a license.
And then we hear about all the stuff that you guys talk about, and then that's scary too. So I'll just stay put.
Yeah, they would just catapult my ass back.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
I was gonna
think
say,
they use a
say, like, fucking 3/4 of our panel can't even get into Canada if they actually fucking look into us. So
I know. That's why I'm trying to rely on bees. That's my mission, is we'll smuggle him across the border. He's the most likely to fucking pass anything. He's probably also got the darkest closet that nobody knows about too. He's just the one that can keep his mouth shut about it.
Right.
Johnny's digging a tunnel. Don't worry about it.
I would not doubt that for a second. And Prophet, they wouldn't use a catapult. They would use a trebuchet. It's Canada.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to confuse everybody and then be like, "What the hell is that?" Now I gotta Google some shit.
It's okay, Prophet, because Sam just did. He dropped
It's
a big
the-
word.
He
Now,
did.
I just
like what?
I just want to put this out there to chat, that everybody in chat, Prophet thinks you're stupid. He said it. Just pay attention. So just think. He said he had to dumb it all down. He had to dumb it down for chat.
It was actually more for you guys.
Words.
That I believe.
Prophet thinks you're
Chad.
stupid, but he loves you. He loves you.
I do.
I'm just trying to turn everybody against you. It's my,
I don't care. Go ahead.
To bring as much obnoxiousness to your life as possible.
Hey man, this is Sparta. Bring it.
What I want to still do is have a
Are you trying
talk
to
with
take
Prophet
part in
night
shit?
where we'll actually, where
Hey,
we do.
You see the house I
roast
live
them.
in? I can handle all of you. All right.
We'll see. I say we do a fuck with Prophet night. We'll get all the best fucking witty shit talkers and we'll fucking line them up and just fucking. Most of these roasts that you watch are fucking lame, in my opinion. It's just like a lot of it's just like, why would you even say that? I think we could do much better, and I think if anyone on the crew is the person that's actually able to sit there and take that shit and abuse without fucking getting worked up at some point, it is you, Prophet.
You want to bring my mom on for that one?
Oh yeah, fucking right. We would line up everybody. Fucking like
All right.
get phone in there. Fucking name it. Or your Westport's probably got something good to say.
Let your dad get a few slaps in.
Shit. If you want, you can grab my boy that I've been working with. He's known me for 20 something years. Fucking.
Yeah, we could do that. We'll line up anybody that's willing to have a shot. I think we'll have fun with that.
God. It sounds terribly fun.
It does, doesn't it though? It's
All right, boys. I'm gonna fucking take off for the day.
your dick got hard at the thought of that, ABs. You're just
I did. I gotta fucking take care of business and clean myself up. Anyway, everybody have a great fucking day. Go back to sleep. Take your weed nap like I'm gonna. Cause fuck, it's it's only 9 o'clock in the morning. All right.
Better be.
Have a great day.
Great day, brother. Should probably all be adults, huh? Do that thing.
Yeah, it's about
I got a
time.
whole plant I'm slacking on just because I'm hanging out with you guys. So I mean,
I know.
yeah.
I gotta get some clones cut and going. all
No,
kinds
no,
of
keep
things.
slacking. I'm using you as an excuse.
I know that's why we always fail to leave, because you know we see all this adulting that we have to do, and instead we decide to fuck around some more.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got to go do some playing around. I'm gonna go get some shit done. I'm actually the only one up in this house still right now. Supposed to go over to
House
the
is up.
in-laws and fucking house sit and babysit dogs and all that stuff and do some tree work, but nobody else is awake yet. So maybe I
Well, they
can-
will be once you start cutting that tree away.
well, we gotta go there to do it. So
Alright.
get the fuck up to go there. But since nobody is up, I might be able to go and have one of those weed naps we were talking about. But that's probably too much to ask for in the situation. I'll probably like lay down just as the kids get up and start, you know, thump, 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 as they run around all over the place. So
I got to do one of these like preparatory things. So we're going to, you know, help my father-in-law because he's getting his hip replaced. So leading into the week before I go to Clio, I have to prepare for a week to be gone. So like this is a lot for my poor little mind to try to comprehend to be ready for all of this.
Wow.
It's like super adulting and it's very hard and it hurts my poor little brain.
I try to leave most of the adulting to a significant other whenever I can.
I do too, but she gets really mad at me. It's been like 20 some years now, and she is like, listen, motherfucker, you need to do a little adulting yourself.
Like,
That's why
well,
good friends like y'all have to stay on top of my ass now because my cats weren't doing a good job at it.
Dude, the cats were doing a great job at it. You just weren't paying enough attention.
Yeah, it was a learning curve with one of them, so.
all right.
But
Well,
no, that is good, man. I hope all you guys, you have a great day. And I hope
Right.
Chat has a great day. And
Always love
see y'all
everybody.
soon.
Love chat.
we're out of here. We'll talk to y'all later. Tuesday, I guess. Yeah, Sunday morning. See you Tuesday.
Do we have a guest?
I couldn't tell you.
And I should talk to B. She knows more about what's going on.
I know, yeah, we're back to that where I don't know what's going on anymore. So it's
That's
really
cool.
no different than when I was actually
Yep.
booking guests and stuff like that. I just didn't really know then either, but I got an excuse not to know now, is what we're saying. Everybody have a great day.